my safe protection. I will always be around. Will it ever get sunny? Oh, I wonder, honey. I'm tired of being in the line. You say it will. I'm caught in your addictive brain. You say it will, yeah. I'm causing the obsessive line. You say it will. I'm caught in your addictive brain. You say it will, yeah.
Yo, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back. Roleplaying Unlimited is proud to present Wednesday night tabletop role-playing games, Dungeons & Dragons: The Coalescence Part 2. Sunday, Group 4 finished off our Coalescence Part 1 Sunday before last, and Wednesday night is picking it up right from about that spot. But they have their own story in progress too. We will get to recapping and discussing just where we're at from there. So let's get going here, and hope you're all having a good night. I, of course, am your host, Tragically HP, coming to you live from the 100th Meridian, where the Great Plains begin. See who's all ready. Not as many people as should be, but let's wake them up anyway.
Ah!
Yes, indeed. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What's happening, Tony? Sapphire, how we doing?
Another day, another dog.
Yeah, that's pretty much about it. That writes that up.
Heard. Welcome, Gail.
Can you hear me?
Yes, indeed. And I suppose let's just get this out of the way and see if our stream is going to break or if we're going to be good to go. We've not had the best success with this.
Just pulling it up here.
Not having the best success with some tables doing this. It is a massive map, and there are a lot of character tokens on it. Seems to be working alright on my side at least, so that's a plus. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. We are missing 2 players, I believe, would be David, and who else is not yet here? Kirk. Eyeballing it, but hopefully I got it right. Now I gotta double check my bi-weekly seating info. Sure enough, yep, Kirk and Patient. What's happening, fellas?
Get your ass to Mars. We're waiting for you.
Nothing doing on either of those sides, so I guess we'll just see how that progresses.
Ah!
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, now we're matched up between the two. We are just missing our 2 players at both setups here, but we'll see if they jump in to join us here tonight. Otherwise, let's get
What is
rolling.
that thing?
Man, there could be so many answers to that.
I think they're referring to the card above your name in the roll. I could be wrong, but
I hope you're coming in a little low there, Sapphire. What was that?
I think they're referring to the deck of many things card that's above your name in the roll 20.
Oh, gotcha.
I seem to be very poor for this campaign. Didn't we have like his huge stash of stuff that we just didn't distribute all the cash from it, or am I thinking of a different group?
I can't remember.
Wednesday crew did defeat the dragon, and they got its hoard. I am conveniently noting that there is no party treasury for this group. My guess would be an overlook, possibly from when I did all of the Roll20 game changes. So, give me just a moment, and I will.
Track of everything.
Yeah, give me just a moment. I will go hunt down that old game page and see if it's there.
I mean, yeah, I've got like 1,100 gold on my character sheet. It seems low for this.
Sure. Restore game. What the fuck?
I do remember hearing about the free 1,000 gold for subscribers or whatever, and I didn't know if that was for all characters that we played as, or for just, or that we had to pick one that we played as. So I just gave it to Mass and not Newman.
I thought Justin was keeping track of all that stuff.
Well,
When
I
did that
may
happen?
have just found a huge snafu. Apparently, all my old games are unable to be retrieved from cold storage.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nope, now I can.
Uh-oh.
It's
Or is
just
everything
taking-
in one giant bag of holding?
Bear with me just a moment here. I have no party inventory in the original Wednesday game. This is going back a ways, so let's check if it's in a different Wednesday game. Just goes to show, as a GM, you can prep 19 different things, and when the game starts, your players are going to ask for the 20th. Not here.
Are you sure we ever actually had one?
I'm not sure, but I'm hoping that with all the treasure we had in the party that somebody was keeping track of it. It's possible that nobody did, and in which case, that's going to be a sad, sorry lesson for Wednesday crew.
There's Westy just clicked on the Wednesday OT Dragon Horde chat channel. That's where it was at.
Gotcha. So I posted all of it there then, and I suppose if we're putting it into Roll20, I will rely on your good graces to see that accomplished.
I could have sworn we've already done that.
I know we've sorted through a lot of it. There's probably, like any good massive hoard of treasure, a bunch of stuff still sitting aside, but let's try to resolve that in the next 11 minutes, if possible. Unless y'all want to spend the session going through treasure that we got back in July.
The only question I have is, where's that channel?
Wait, you weren't even here for 99% of that, so...
I know, this is like literally my first session in this group, that is, but...
Well, who's keeping track of what was in all those treasure chests and stuff over time?
I think we were just taking it individually.
Yeah, a lot of us pulled a lot of some individual stuff, which is why you have like the dagger you have, and this, that, and the other thing. So, but
That dagger came from the Dragon Horde.
Correct. It'll be in Bolstoon's place, and then there's a thread channel Wednesday OT Dragon Hood. I'm gonna jump over there myself real quick, just to have a look-see. Oh wow, this is back when Z-Bob was here as part of the group. And look at that, shot in the dark. I said treasure we got back in July. Turns out it was July. How about that? Hoyoshi, who the fuck is that? Acelatim, yep. Okay, here we go. Here's our massive list of items, which I will create a handout here, because we're going to need one for Wednesday crew. Party treasury is what we're going to call the handout, and each of you should have permission to edit it as you need to.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we ever really liquidated all the like gems and coins and stuff. And, distributed that because I think right after that we had that weird greed demon fight that took some of that away. I think.
Okay, all I'm gonna say is keep some gems worth 1,000 gold, and I can use them for some of my rituals.
Yeah, as far as any of the treasure that turned on us, I was not counting anything that was marked down against that. What I was assuming was that we had like an extra 10,000 gold worth of stuff that I didn't mark down, and that's what turned on us, so that we wouldn't have to sort through, well, what is real and what is not. So what's on here is absolutely 100% legit. And I know some of these items have been claimed and even sold at this point. Like the crystal ball is gone. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I'm not sure. The Japanese style staff, I know that Veridar ended up with that.
yeah, I know I've got like one of the opals for a spell component.
Yeah, I know all the items got figured out. It was just like the money, the gems, and the money that we didn't really
Cool.
do anything with.
Well, in that respect, feel free to liquidate what you need to out of that. And then I believe all of the identification takes place later on in the channel. Hopefully that didn't happen
Right.
elsewhere. Okay, good. There it is.
Please get all the identifications for those.
Eesh, very good, very good. All
Which
right.
is why you got to keep the stone.
Sure. Yep, I copied it over to the party treasury, but because I went from a dark mode Discord to a dark mode Roll20, it is extremely hard to read in there. It is possible, but I leave that to y'all to sort out at your leisure. And once the prismatic wall vanishes from our previous location in the dungeon that we have spent all of our sessions in, our group is able to move out, finally getting some fresh air. And from there, it is a simple matter to activate your beacon and have a shuttle pick you up and bring you back to the Judicial, assuming that there is nothing you wished to accomplish between then and now. This is where we find ourselves. Of course, if there was anything else you wish to do back there, we can certainly cover those bases.
Well, I can't think of anything.
Ended up with that lightsaber.
Didn't Kerr pick that up?
Somebody picked it up.
I said that I was going to wrestle somebody for it, but no one saw that, I guess, so not me.
Oh, was that Kirk who claimed it?
Or it could have been.
Maybe.
Yep. Walking in first game and picking up like a badass magic item seems to happen in our games. Look at all the blood, sweat, and tears we got all over this dungeon. Hey, look! I just picked this lightsaber up. I found the ultimate weapon.
It's
What the fuck?
It's happened twice now in Wednesday Crew, and once with a player who didn't even return. They came in and they took the fucking artifact sword. So we may need to have that reassigned at some point, because the character and the weapon do still exist aboard the Judicial. Just the player controlling the character has not been around, but for 3 hours of total game time this entire year. The Sword of Reyna, as it were.
I imagine that, the fact that I had no idea about this lightsaber thing. I imagine the ghosts that follow around Newman are going to be very upset over the fact that he missed the chance to get a lightsaber of all things.
Yeah, last session was pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm sorry I had to leave early, but I just really wasn't feeling well halfway through.
I hear you.
But yeah, I'm sure the green one will especially be.
Yeah, last session our group did their best to fend off the Fiend Lord Apadanalia, but the clever and ultra-powerful Lord was able to bypass our character's wall of defense, eventually get its grubby little hands on the energy fairy, and with the greatest of pleasure made sure that most of you were watching as he tore your friend to pieces, leaving nothing of her but atoms that quickly disappeared into the ether.
Glad I wasn't there for that.
And no sooner did that happen that the devil gave you several rounds to beat on it. And beyond that, the devil even inflicted over 100 points of damage to itself, seemingly intent on demonstrating your group's futility in being able to defeat it, before finally it planar shifted away to who knows where.
Okay, so the total in gems and like the miscellaneous rings and stuff like that comes to 16,420 gold. How many people are we splitting this amongst, and at what percentage type thing?
And before we get into all of the ins and outs of that, our group has completed this mission one way or another. It would have, of course, been preferable had we completed bringing back the target that we were sent to get. We never did quite find out which target it was, though many of us had our suspicions that it was the Energy Fairy herself. Thus, our payment for this mission is not as high as it would be otherwise, but think about what it would have been if 10,000 gold pieces each is your reward for not completing the mission. Yes, each of you, new or not, whether it is your first session, your third session, or your 20th session, you benefit from this. We've had a lot of characters who helped to build the pyramid below you, and they are not here to partake in those awards. Those awards will not go wasted. They will go into your pockets instead. So each of you, 10,000 gold pieces. And then, yes, we have another 16,000 plus or so here that we need to decide how we're going to divvy out.
Does that 10,000 include me?
It sure does.
Ah, sick. I actually expected you to say no.
Does that include me?
It sure does, whether this is your first session, your third, or your 20th.
Yeah, Don, I'd say for the loot split, I would say the 6 people who are on the Wednesday table at this point should get it.
All right.
It's 7 now because David showed up. I think we're just missing Kirk now.
Gloop is like, you sure? I mean, they don't do nothing for this.
Well, that was me as a player saying that.
Oh, okay.
Ricari would just take it all. I don't care.
Right. That would
works
be
for me.
2,736 divided by 6 characters.
I forgot, my character is in hell right now, I think, right?
Yes, he is.
So I know the goblins are going to get 2,736 gold. So there's 5 more piles of it.
I know the blue ghost is gonna be like, "Is it really okay for us to get this big of a share?" And the green's just gonna be like, "Yes, it's okay. Now shut up."
So
That's-
3 piles are gone, which is the Ricari, the goblins, and Katarina so far.
So yeah, as we kind of covered last session too, the level that we're at, the capabilities that we have for traveling the astral plane and other planes, we can kind of hand wave with the passage of some bit of time the reacquisition of Crumb. So I know he's probably not going to want to play out an entire mission in the Nine Hells by himself while the rest of the party watches, and vice versa.
That works for me.
So the rest of our group arrives significantly earlier back to the Judicial than does Crumb. And much like our Tuesday night crew, we're going to take a solid week here of downtime. So long rest, definitely achievable. Any shopping that you wish to do with our ship's merchant Meridian is of course possible. If you wish to wander around and explore the ship, that is also possible. I just ask that you try to stick together as much as possible, because otherwise the map may start freezing up on us.
So the goblin trio is walking down one of the hallways, and this wizard comes up and goes, "I can fix that." And Gloop is like, "Fix what?" And he's like, "No, really, do you want that fixed?" And Gloop goes, "All right." And he casts a remove curse, and now the 3 goblins have separated.
Oh no, the gimmick!
Right?
And yes, as this character himself has the capabilities to do so, we have Asilatim bringing Crumb back to the ship, and no sooner does he bring Crumb to the war room to meet his friends than Crumb is like, "Bye, I'm going this way!"
I failed.
So yeah, you will see many characters from other tables here on this map. Monday crew, Tuesday crew, and Sunday G3. Most of G3, I believe, is hanging out over in Bolstoon's Tavern, located near the central part of this massive Star Destroyer map here. And it looks like we're still running pretty smooth on the stream. So yeah, as long as everybody kind of moves cautiously and more or less together, we should be okay if y'all want to go explore around for a little bit. Meridian is definitely reachable. I think what I will do, just to assure our progress here and not put anybody in an awkward spot, I'm going to group all of you up, and I'm going to move your characters together. we got to bring one of the goblins.
The other two are going to be hanging out in the tavern.
Sure. So heading just a bit south of your position in the war room, we do see where some of our other characters from Monday night are chilling out here. Oh, and I've already lost all of you. Here we go. Just a little bit to the east of there, in the next chamber over, there's a lot of our crew from Monday night right here. A little bit of Tuesday in there as well. South of there, we have a central communications hub for the Star Destroyer. This is where you will get your messages when you are summoned to different areas. And let's just move y'all around a little bit. Uh-oh, who did we lose? I think we lost Newman.
Sorry. I'm looking through the shop inventory.
Interesting. Oh yeah, that's another worthy location. Just east of our position, a familiar looking detention block with the red energy walls. Very Star Wars. And Meridian mostly hangs out in Bolstoon's place during his off hours, but his office officially can be found right over here. Just off to the right. I've not retrieved his token yet from whichever map he was last on, but this is his office. This is where business can be conducted, as posted earlier in the chat. Hopefully any shopping trips that you have in mind have been well thought out and planned ahead of time, and we're not going to spend too much time on that here, but that's entirely up to all of you.
Okay, I've got an idea of what I'd like to buy from the guy.
Yes, but of course, what is it that you are in the market for?
I'd like to get the X-ray ring, the necklace of fireballs, and the frost brand, please.
Ah, but which variety of the fireball necklace?
The 4 kind, please. The 4 beads.
Easy peasy. He has those in stock. I trust you to tally that up, reduce it from your sheet, and you're good to go.
Yes, I got an X-ray ring, which is 4,000. Necklace of fireballs of 4, which is 2,000, and a frost brand is 2,000, so that's going to be minus 8,000.
Cool. Keep in mind attunement limitations as well. Each character can attune to 3 items. Not all items require attunement, however, but a lot of the named or powerful items do.
I'll just go simple. I wanted to sell my +2 weapon.
That's cool. Whatever value he has listed for those, you would get half. Is everything okay on your mic? We're
Half
getting a
of
lot
it?
of buzz on yours. It's a little weird. We weren't getting...
buzz? Okay, give me just a second.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you were coming in clear as a bell last time. But yeah, any items that anybody wants to sell, he will of course buy back at half the asking rate.
Okay, my noise suppression is off. Is that better?
Oh, much better.
Okay. I don't know why it was turned off, but So then that's it says 12,500 for whatchamacallit for the +2 weapon. So
Is that
yeah,
6250?
6,250.
Perfect.
And then I do get 25% off for tier 3, right?
Correct. So he will buy
Okay.
back at 25% higher, and he will sell at 25% lower.
Okay. So that would still be. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out in my head. That would still be 6,250, right? Or buyback.
That would be
For him
the flat value. So 25% higher than that is what he would give you. I would guess like an extra 1,500 or something in that ballpark without doing the actual math. 25% of 6,250 added on. Portable hull, 4 superior healing potions. Very easily done, my friend. You be careful with that now. I don't want to see it sitting on the floor as some kind of prank like the old sweep out the rug from under you, yes.
So I get an extra 526, I is what it said.
Gotcha.
And then the only other thing is I want to buy a helmet of comprehend languages.
Okay.
Now, do you mind? Now, would it be all right if you DM'd me what the stuff does for the Frost brand, the necklace, and the X-ray vision ring? Because I did.
On the compendium.
Oh, okay.
Correct. That stack of books.
Yeah, I do have a copy of the Dungeon Master's Guide, like in real life, that I could look at. But okay.
Oh yeah, getting it from the compendium, the third or fourth tab on the top, and just dragging it to your character sheet will be infinitely easier. You won't have to type, copy, or anything. It'll just be right there for you. I'm looking into that right now, J-Man. Funny you should mention that. I had an unfortunate conversation about that very item earlier today, so hopefully ours will go much more pleasantly. Wow, bitchin'. Ooh. Oof. Well, that's a bitch. I mean, yes, but we're going to have to reflavor it as a brand of Orbalisk armor.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, it looks pretty cool as is.
I mean, Ricari doesn't care. He's like, I'll look sick in this shit.
That's right. I look like a fucking badass. Any shopping that Don and or Gale wanted to do?
Well, I did my shopping earlier when I bought that new hat.
Sure.
I still get 2 items, and I'm still trying to figure out, because my attunements are all filled, and everything very rare is attunement required.
Time to start looking at legendary potions.
Yeah.
Or very rare potions, I should say.
Right.
How about you, David? Any shopping ideas?
Yeah, I'm perusing the shop.
Very cool. What's happening out there in Streamland? Everybody having a good night?
Question. It says that for Frost, I'm putting the thing in for Frostbrand. It says that it takes that it deals an extra 1d6 cold damage. So is that like on top of like slashing damage, or no?
Correct. So you have to choose what type of weapon it is. If it's a short sword, Frostbrand, long sword, great sword, etc. They don't put that damage in when you drag it on, so you need to kind of input the stats for a basic weapon, but then the Frostbrand stats should be on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you drag the weapon onto the character sheet and then you kind of hover over it, you should see that gear icon. Off to the right, click that, and that's where you have the access to add in different dice and what have you.
Do we know anything about our next mission?
Not yet. What kind of weapon is it, Mark?
It says it's any sword.
Right, that's what I'm asking. Which kind of sword did you get?
Long sword?
Alright, give me a moment. See if I can fix this up for you. You stay put. And that reminds me, for any of you who want to take this opportunity, open up your character sheets, go to your weapons or your most frequently used one, and where the crit shows the dice that you'll roll, input the maximum value instead. I.e., in this case, he's swinging a die 8. His crit value will be 8 instead of a die 8. Going forward,
does
we'll
that
be house
count
rolling.
for spells as well, like my Eldritch Blast?
It does count for that, as that's basically just weapon damage. It does not count for extra effects like sneak attack and the like.
Okay, yeah, I also figured it didn't count for like stuff like my shatter and stuff like that.
Correct. 1 second here. Oh, why isn't it working? Okay, Frostbrand moved up to the top. Let me take a couple test swings here. There we go. There's that natural 20. And if you hover over the crit side of it where it shows damage, that 6, it's always going to roll a 6. Your crit damage should always be max, and then you'll roll whatever your base damage is after that.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Now, the other thing too is with a Vorpal sword, if it hits and can't lop off the head, it does 6d8 slashing damage. Do you want that still to roll, or do you want me to go for the max on that one?
Hit the weapon. Let me look at it.
I thought we'd already talked about that. The weapon damage will still be maximized, but any additional stuff like that would not be.
Correct.
Okay, so it would be 68 plus whatever the regular damage is.
Correct. The regular weapon, the crit side of the weapon damage should be maximized, but then plus whatever dice are rolled after that. There may be exceptions on occasion. Oh, fire elemental command.
During the week we're here, can I have a chance to kill a fire elemental?
There are none here for you to kill.
I'm sure somebody can summon one.
I can indeed summon a thing. It's not a fire elemental.
My other character can become a fire elemental, but that's a character.
Yeah, I mean, if we have the ability to do so here in our group, absolutely. Otherwise, we may need to seek access to that in the field once we're back in play. Can you drop us off over here real quick so we can go get one?
I mean, if you guys want me to summon a demon, I can, but I mean, that's your choice.
What are you?
Welcome
Are you a
to
wizard or...
Warlocks with.
Oh, warlock.
I am a warlock. I have infernal calling, so if you want me to summon a demon, just say it.
Yeah, we got to seal the Tim in the wrong party again. Where's Reggie? Let's see what Reggie can do.
Don't no.
It's like truth or dare. I dare you to summon Cthulhu.
Yikes.
Don't tempt me.
I should be able. I actually have enough money to buy an elemental gem. And I would be able to summon a fire elemental.
Well, fucking A. There's a solution.
That reminds me, looking through, also, can I purchase a +2 shield?
Yep, indeed.
Alright, perfect.
Yeah, it's really when we get to the upper level of the very rare items and the legendary items that limitations may come into play, as I may only want one Staff of the Magi per party of adventurers. So if we've got 3 magic users, you may have to kind of decide amongst yourselves who's going to have that one and then who's going to have the Staff of Power, etc. and so on. Likewise, 3 Vorpal Swords in the same group may be a bit OP. So some items like that may be limited on a party basis unless we happen to find them, or a few other possible
So you're saying we can't get like 10 apparatus of Qualishes?
I think that would be fantastic. And then we form a boy band.
Alright, so Crumb's gonna buy the winged boots. An ever-smoking bottle. And a bag of holding.
Bag of holdings. He has in infinite supply, so if some of you think you're in need of more than one, they are pretty cheap, especially if you're a T3. You can get those things at a heavily discounted rate.
Yeah, damn, I forgot about to grab that, so let me grab one of those as well for this character.
For sure, for sure. Oh, nice. Attuned added into the weapon ability itself. Other people will also create an attunement box as an expendable resource like one would an arrow or an action surge, and you can just track your attunements that way. Either way you do it, so long as there's some method of tracking it, that's fantastic.
I think I'd like to spend 500 gold to also buy the dust of sneezing and choking.
Oh, jeez. Definite token honor of the acquisition of the ever-smoking bowl.
And then, how much were our potions here?
Potions of healing go for pretty cheap. And then you'll find them kind of scattered throughout. Yeah, potion of healing is 40.
Yeah, I'm looking for the bigger ones.
Sure, sure. Greater is 300. Superior is 500. Supreme. Hopefully I didn't pass it. There's a chance I passed it. Unless it's more than 3,000. I forget what I charged for them. I'm gonna check my Twitch. Is there maybe possibly the answer right there? Oh, nope, not quite yet. Yeah, looks like 500 was the last one that I tracked. I can't imagine I'm selling them for 10,000 each, so I must have scrolled past it some way. There it is, Potion of Supreme Healing, 2,000 a pop. That sounds about right.
I'm gonna get one greater and one superior.
All right. And just remember, Supreme Healing Potions taste like Hawaiian Punch.
Ooh.
Delish. Sometimes we just drink them even though we're not damaged at all.
It's never.
All right,
worth.
all right, give me a second. I have enough for a 3rd level spell tattoo. I want to look at my 3rd level spells.
Okie doke.
Don't get a look at anything. Just choose Fireball.
Centered on self.
I mean, I've already got a necklace of 4 of them, so.
So what you're saying is you could have a 5th one. Hey, no worries, pal.
Exactly. He gets me.
Yes, indeed. The necklace is also an expendable item. I'm gonna move your group out of here. We're gonna continue our tour of the premises. Just a little bit to the south here, we have some of our barracks, where your group can unwind after a hard day's, or in your case, half a year's adventuring. And heading just into the next room, we see Rog, our Goliath barbarian from Sunday Morning G3, just chilling out in here by himself. What's happening, Rog? Knowing him, it's in the middle of the night in the UK, and he is still here in the Twitch stream. Let's check. Oh, nope, he's not tonight. His streak has ended unless he catches us before we close out. I think he's on a pretty long streak here for our Twitch.
Can't help but notice Zinvir wasn't in there. Did he get kicked out in the cold again?
Okay, Gales is all set up.
Very cool. What's that, Sapphire?
I said I can't help but notice Zinvir isn't in there. Did he get kicked out in the cold again?
Oh, yeah, that's another thing, too. This is a bit of an outdated G3 lineup. Not only, well, the characters are current, but the tokens are probably at least a month and a half out of date. So this would have been before you joined in.
Yeah.
Let's move a little bit further here to perhaps the best and also the worst feature of the Star Destroyer. It is worth covering with every group. Get to know this area well. Those stairs will take you down to the docking bay level. And if you continue straight through here, you will find all 4, yes, 4 of the toilets on board this Star Destroyer. Even the captains. Even the captain's chambers do not have their own personal lavatories, so there are over 100 beds in the barracks placed on board the Star Destroyer if you kind of wander around and you find them, but there's only 4 places to relieve oneself, so it can get a little clustered in here.
It's got to violate some kind of treaty.
Sounds like crappy design if you ask me.
Yes, indeed. And we have 2 locations that serve as teleport beacons for our group when they are retrieved from the field, or if you miss a session and need to sit out a game. This is one area that your group may be teleported to, or not your group necessarily, but you personally if you are missing a session, and we just need to have a place for you for some R&R. The second one, let's move a little bit west. Yeah, here's some more barracks. A lot of barracks over here. Our second teleport circle will be right here.
This is a much nicer ship.
Very, very much. And just to the north of us, a very interesting device uncovered by our Monday night crew in the mines beneath Colonel Starr's Citadel. We have our top men working on this, trying to identify just how it functions. But what we do know, mostly out of game, is that it is essentially our version of the Matrix Pod. Our Sunday G4 group has used this device to take their characters from level 5 to level 11 and embark on some pretty epic adventures, but it is a temporary boost. Once they wake up and are freed from the Matrix, they of course go back to their normal selves.
Oh, that's a shame. Why didn't they just live in the Matrix?
Yeah, they didn't like the taste of the steak. I believe the question is why, oh why didn't I take the blue pill?
No, why not both?
So yeah, our Sunday morning or our Sunday evening G4 group has made use of that device on many occasions, and Monday night has found one of them and brought it back here courtesy of Asilatim. What's happening there, Mark?
Sorry, I was just wanting to say that I spent 1,000 gold to get a Revivify tattoo, since Revivify is a 3rd level paladin spell.
All right.
Make use out of that in case somebody happens to bite the dust.
Interesting.
Meant to hit backspace and not enter when I typed that. My bad.
And otherwise, there are still many, many more chambers that we can explore here. We'll take a quick detour here just to investigate the docking bay, because it's a fun area. Oh! And it's still littered with the bodies of the beholders who invaded the docking bay several Sunday mornings ago. I thought I'd clean this up. I cleaned it up for one of the Sunday maps, but not for our other purposes. Yeah, we had a beholder break in here with several zombie beholders, and numerous crewmen were killed. And Mass, in fact, tried to pick up this Millennium Falcon-sized ship and is still taking Excedrin for the backaches that he's been getting ever since then. Kendrick Fane, who the fuck is that? So, yeah, here's our docking bay. And then just to the south, one last little detour here. Here's our shield control room where some of our officers were hunkered down as a last defense in case anybody else tried to break in.
Oh, no.
And then the shield generator itself just to the south where a similar standoff had taken place. Fortunately, the beholders only ever got to the doors of these rooms, never got inside of them. Our G3 crew was successful in fending off this attack, so the rest of our crews now have a solid home base here. Somebody's scribbling all over the map here. What's going on with this? How dare you? Let's see, who's orange? Oh, it's Tony! You've been caught!
That was me, actually.
Oh, it was David. Oh, Karak. Yeah, my bad. All right, so let's go back to the main level of the Judicial, and I'm going to take your characters all the way back. Yeah, that's right, you colorblind son of a bitch. You think this is the real Quaid? It is. But Captain, I can't avenge my partner with this pea shooter. So here we meet Captain Piper once again, kindly illustrated by Mark here.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yes, indeed. A Trandoshan captain here.
That's a pretty big tail.
Yes, indeed.
I based him off of Tonberry from Final Fantasy.
Just to put this as a note, my character does have 120 feet of dark vision if you want to put down the token on 30 feet.
Oh, I looked at your dark vision when I assigned the character. It showed only 60, so I based it off of that.
I have 60, but I have devil's sight.
Gotcha. Yeah,
That's
it
why
must be a
I have the
separate...
invocation for it.
separate ability block. I just looked at the standard one. All right, 1 second. Okay, so after our week of time off, getting our long rest, getting our new items, having time to attune to them, etc., and so on, we are at last summoned for our next mission.
Okay, during this week, I think I'm going to use. I'm going to send you a quick message on what I need for this week.
Alrighty. Keep trying to move through the week. Let's see what we got.
We can keep going. It's just
Well, I want to see what it is now, of course. You've piqued my curiosity, and we'll have to see what it is. Little book study, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, if you look to the Tuesday crew, one of them has been waiting for one of the 4 toilets since last Tuesday, so the wait can be a bit extensive.
That's why Ricari just does the Andre the Giant. Everybody move!
You see, now I've been going through this compendium, and there's not enough time for me to go through this in order to pick my magic item.
I hear you. It is definitely not recommended to do during the session itself, and I know the instinctive response is that a lot of people don't have time outside of the session. That's unfortunately the reality we find ourselves in. A third option is always to potentially consult the community, give them your character layout, and I'm sure many of them will suggest a lot of cool items that might be perfectly fitting. And then, of course, Dawn, I know, has a pretty good idea.
Right. I popped up some ideas and
Sure.
such like that, but she's looking for something to make her more of a badass.
No.
And she's already got some pretty badass weapons and stuff like that already, so
Sure.
we're working on it.
Of course.
Well, then I told him it always seems like I'm failing my savings throws, so I wanted something that would help with.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, and Cloak of Protection is kind of a like a band-aid in that effect.
Definitely one of the cloaks to add, maybe evasion. I don't know.
Well, she's got a lot of dexterity, and that's her best save, and she's been hit mostly with like intelligence saves recently and charisma saves, you know. But
Mantle of Spell Resistance has
There
been
you go.
proposed. Mantle of the Brave.
Ion stones,
You,
maybe.
advantage on save against spells and magic.
Oh, yeah. It's a rare item. Yeah, Iron Stones are certainly optional as well. Of course, we run into attunement limitations, but...
That is true, yes.
Yep, same thing with the Mantle.
The reason why I didn't go with ion stones. You'll see my barbarians item later.
Oh yeah, look at that! Like Tony's posting too in the Roll20. Google your top warlock magic items or your top rogue magic items or what have you, and the online community, of course, you know, has freaking meta gamed the fuck out of all of this.
And then
Yeah, you'll probably find the best results in like Reddit and stuff like that.
Sure. Mantle of Spell Resistance is a solid.
Or should double check that it's not homebrew.
Well, if I have the mantle of spell resistance, then I lose my cloak of elvenkind, which gives me the stealth checks.
Are they
The hide checks.
Can't you just wear them both? I mean, it's the latest fashion trend. just
we called it
30 different cloaks.
We called it the Judd Nelson.
Hey, just like you can wear 2 hats, you can wear 2 cloaks.
Well, you ever see like those memes about how like people in like hoarders in Skyrim, like if they actually showed all of their inventory?
Hey, don't talk about me like that.
If you don't finish the
30,000 cheese wheels alone.
Yeah, if you don't finish the Final Fantasy game with all 70 of your elixirs in your inventory, you didn't do it right.
Yeah, did you even play the game at that point?
Can't tell if you're mocking me or not.
Hell no, that's how I play. I'll go back and load the save before I spend one of my elixirs, because you never know, there might be a combat where I need to spend all 70 of them at once. And I'm going to be one short. Oh yeah, that living plate armor is nasty. Pretty cool.
Now, how much are the winged boots?
They're 9,000. But I'll sell you mine for 10.
Ooh, that reminds me, I was reloading my bow. Well, I will let you continue looking through the inventory list throughout the session. We don't necessarily have to complete all of our transactions before we get into it tonight, but I definitely would prefer we complete them tonight at some point. But without further ado, our captain has summoned us here for our group's next mission, and once you are all seated, he brings to your attention, as your GIF companion can attest. Oh, and look at that, our GIF is sitting on Captain's lap. Oh, now he's not.
Hi. Hello, Captain.
And what would you like for Christmas, little boy?
I want the blood
Little
of my
boy,
enemy.
it's a hippo.
I know, right?
Crumb just wants peace in his own party because there have been too many attacks directed at him and he still can't understand how it happened.
I want them to stop hurting me.
Gee, I wonder why.
Poor Crumb.
He's too dumb to understand it. Everybody else is like,
going to stay in hell.
Well, it was
Oh,
nice and
by the
warm
way,
there.
I'm gonna link something. Would anybody like to sign their name in my book?
oh.
I don't know how to write.
If we got
Interesting.
frontliners, I would highly suggest those frontliners to sign their name.
I noticed that you conveniently didn't show the second paragraph there in the description. Well played.
Ooh.
I just
I
linked
had a
it.
feeling.
Okay.
GM stirs the pot for 200.
Don't stir my pot. I'll throw the book in it.
I throw the Cauldron of Rebirth inside of the Shadow Book, and then toss them both inside the portable hole. Instant Sphere of
Well,
Annihilation.
haha. It doesn't matter if I had the book. I still don't have to take a long rest. Well, I don't have to sleep, that is. Not long rest.
I'll write my name on it.
Crumb was personally witness to this event that happened in Bullstoons. While I have only been assured of the details, I am still trying to coordinate a successful plan of attack. We have had success of recent, going after members of the ministry's leadership and attempting to coerce them to ally with us for various purposes. You yourselves were successful in this exact endeavor recently with the Death Knight Lord Soth, I believe it were. Despite the untimely and unfortunate intervention of the Fiend Lord, we do believe that this tactic has sound merit. One of our other groups has also established an accord with the Genasi military officer Colonel Starr. We are going to continue this approach, and this one should play right into your group's strength. The Moon of Asilia is a lawless desert terrain where many a fortune seeker have traveled and found quick riches. Many adventurers have also found quick ends to the nefarious people who call that moon their home, and the denizens that are native to the land.
Quick question. Do I know, being from Enemir from the other side of the planet, do I know that that moon is called Asilia?
You do.
Okay, I'll be like, wait, we're going to the moon? What the hell?
Ah, yes, you are from that world, so yes, it is the moon of Enemir. It is a moon that is... Oh, I'm sorry, continue.
I didn't think anybody lived there, it's just the fucking moon.
It is recently habitated by sentients. However, a number of monsters have been reported to live there for quite some time.
I'll be.
It is a moon rich in resources, and as such, it may have a powerful part to play in the coming events for all of us involved. We have reason to believe that within its veins can be found strains of adamantite, mithril, and in the deepest, darkest caverns, it is even believed that dark matter crystals are located. Out-of-game dark matter crystals are primarily fuel for the most powerful ships and weapons to be found in the galaxy. It's kind of like a derivative of a Tabana gas, but a more concentrated form.
So we are to retrieve these metals and crystals.
They have yet to be unearthed or stored in any great quantity. Their mere presence is still but a rumor, but it is a rumor that has been repeated oft enough that many in my position do give it its fair measure of credence. There is a local ruler of Asilia, however, a dwarf named Rathmir, who we believe has a high seat in this ministry. And Rathmir is hosting a celebratory event for his 111th birthday. It is believed that your group will be able to abscond with him during such an event with minimal difficulty. He is not known as a warrior, he is not proficient in the arts of magic. His position is purely one gained through connections, and if rumors are to be believed by a few chance lucky pulls from the deck of many things.
It'll be an easy thing to squash and take over from.
There are expected to be a number of innocents, important dwarves with connections politically, militarily throughout the galaxy, some of whom may have roles within the ministry, but some of whom may be counted as allies of our own. We do ask that you try to keep collateral damage to a minimum. If you are able to infiltrate, this event and appropriate the Lord, this would be ideal. But however it is that you choose to abscond with him and return him to this location, you do have my full approval.
To bash him?
You may have to wallop him once or twice. I don't imagine he's going to stand up to your onslaught the way that a Fiend Lord would. Perhaps a single rap upon the head may be enough to cow any resistance that he may present.
Do you want him
Ooh.
alive?
Gonna ju-
We kidnap him.
I
If
could
you
just put him
do,
to sleep.
if you do inadvertently slay him, we do prefer that you revive him and render him unconscious for the journey. If such is not possible, bring his body back. We will have our doctor restore life to him.
Oh, good. So we have some options then. That's how
We could bash him.
You may find that a simple swipe with any one of your weapons is enough to unlife this individual, so we are aware of the frailty of the situation and the arms that you bring to bear. This is intentionally a strong arm mission. We do not want you to linger. This is not something that you should expect to spend many days focusing on the implementation of. The strategy behind it, of course, once you are on site, I imagine you will take your time, but once you are in the field, so to speak, the time should be minimal.
Bash him, grab him, get out. Easy.
I do have that new tattoo. I do have a Revivify tattoo that I can use if we accidentally kill him.
I mean, if you want to waste your tattoo on that, that's up to you. Well, you wouldn't need to do that.
I'd prefer not to, but I'm just saying, if we do accidentally kill him, I have it.
Yeah, and I can cast the spell.
Do you guys know what his Revivify tattoo looks like?
Hippo?
It's Buddy Christ.
Oh, hell yeah!
It's Buddy Christ.
I've heard of him, but I have no idea who that actually is. I'm gonna have to look that up real quick while we're doing this.
Yeah, if you type in Buddy Christ, I'm sure it will pop up instantly. It's from Kevin Smith's View Askew universe. Dogma in particular.
Oh, I see now. Hell yeah! Now that's my kind of tattoo!
Yeah. I love the little bit leading into that in the movie. All of our images portrayed of our Lord are somber, depressing images of him being crucified. We'd like to liven it up here a bit for the 21st century, and we bring you Buddy Christ! Good stuff.
I have an idea. What if we all get masquerade tattoos, disguise ourselves as locals, and just convince them to come with us to a dark alley or...
I'm
bash
down.
'em?
I'm down. I'm down.
All right, it looks like you're gonna need somebody with some smarts around here. It looks like I'm gonna have to go. That's
I just got charisma, homie.
You were thinking of not going?
No, one of these other two might have gone, but you know, I'm going, and those two are staying behind.
Wait, what? Aren't you cursed to stick together?
This is a ship with magic and sorcerers and all that other stuff, and they uncursed us.
What? You just found out that now?
We didn't even think about that. Somebody else came up and did it to us.
Well,
That's the nature of a
Right.
curse. We couldn't undo ourselves. That would be a stupid curse.
Yeah. It's not as fun anymore. Now you're just a regular goblin. It was so funny looking at you standing on each other's shoulders.
Right?
So, before coming here, Crumb will actually get that masquerading tattoo.
Alright.
Well, at least one of us can make use of the trench coat for the convincing him to go into a dark alley strategy.
Right?
Wednesday crew has the honor of being our first crew to visit the third and final level of the Star Destroyer Judicial. The bridge level, the only level that has transparasteel walls in certain areas, so you can actually see out into the lovely vastness of space and behold some of the super cruiser below you here as you're basically looking at the main deck below, where you have just spent considerable amounts of time. All the turbo laser batteries positioned. And then there are a few other chambers here to the south. This is definitely the smallest deck by far. If you go south and through the winding corridor, it won't be very long before you reach the other side completely of the map, where the turbo lift will also take you back to the main deck level if you don't want to take the stairs. A couple scattered offices, what have you around here. Another officers only war room in the center of the ringed corridor. So apparently there is a more elite war room than the one your group just was in.
No, we're not good enough for that one, huh?
Yeah, apparently nobody is. This place is like a fucking ghost. Apparently you're the first ones up here ever. You guys are like pulling plastic off the fucking electronics and shit.
Nobody wants to go next to the space walls.
All of a sudden, Gloop is just, oh god, why? Help!
Newman's just gonna press his face up against glass. She's be like, cool.
Lost in space, yeah, very cool. All right, well let's get to the next mission here. On the other side, well, no, let's not get it on the other side of the break. I think we're gonna get our characters on the map here. And it is a dark, rainy evening when our group first approaches the manor. And the birthday celebration is in sway. You can tell by the number of vehicles and transports parked on the street leading up to this magnificent manor that there've got to be hundreds of guests in attendance. There's a massive golden statue of perhaps the Lord Rathmere or some famous relative that stands 50 feet high. This dwarf has no inferiority complex. Stands 50 feet high just outside of the main entrance to the structure.
Well, that's the biggest dwarf I've ever seen.
We can tell there are a number of windows, all of which appear to be closed, at least from the front side of the structure. And based on information that our group has been given prior to approaching the site, there are known to be entrances on the west side of the structure, still near the front of the building. It's the wine and beer entry. There's a nice ramp so you can roll these barrels up into that area. There is also a secure entry on the east side of the structure, also again near the front of the structure here. It is unknown just what that entry is used for or what rooms you may expect to find on the other side. It does appear to be a rather secretive area, even despite being near the front of the building. Likewise, there are there are windows spaced around the east and south sides of the structure. The south central side of the manor being the most significant. That area is in fact the Lord's throne room, where he has a massive, elegant staircase leading up to a dais that allows him to see out into the entire grand hall. And there are massive windows and a huge sliding door present behind that dais. So a celebration night like this, a perch such as that may be somewhere you may expect to find our good Lord at some point. There is a guest house located northwest of the property, just about 20 or 30 feet off. It's
Are we
known
supposed be
to...
seeing a map?
No, not just yet. Once
Okay.
once I get you all onto the map here, I'll kind of ping out some of those locations.
Okay, you're sitting here describing everything. I'm like, we can't see any of this.
Northwest. You talking about this stairwell right here? Yeah, that's a guest house. The guest house is known to be a 2-room structure, otherwise pretty small and cozy. And then there is a second floor of the structure that likewise has a great number of windows, and bedrooms are believed to be up on that level primarily. So let me just double check the map here and make sure all the settings took. I only finished building this today, so hopefully everything works. If your screen goes black, I did everything right.
All right, you did everything right.
Hey, how about that? I can see some of the map somehow. Womp womp. All right, Don, who are you playing?
Gleep is going.
Gleep, you are coming with. I'm gonna set you all just on the cover side of the statue here, or as close as I can to it. And the first thing many of you will see is the 50-foot golden dwarf statue that is set out in front of this place. So far, so good. All the way up against the southern border. If your map is still pitch black, either scroll all the way to the south and or do a page reload. And 4, 7... I think we're going to go PCs only for this mission. I've got a ton of tokens on this board, as we will be able to see as we get a little closer. So one less character token here will probably do us some favors. We can see a sealed gatehouse here in front of us. The only apparent entries to it, just on the other side of the dwarven statue, appear to be by following the road. There are open gates to admit entry for the party. And there is a Hobbit drawn sign on the front door that says no admittance except on party business.
Oh, we are here to party.
Had to be done.
Now, do we know like what race the locals are, or is it like a melting pot?
It is primarily, yes. There are a lot of the standard classic D&D races that you will find on the moon of Vasilia, like your dwarves, elves, etc. But the moon I kind of added in as a handy plot explanation for where are all these new races coming from. They live on the moon!
Okay, so no one's going to be like, oh, what is this?
Right. Yeah, like you
monster
might
thing?
expect to find a GIF on Asilia. I mean, any of the races that we can play reasonably should be found somewhere.
There goes my plan of
You're going to be
disguising
finding
myself as a
genies
dwarf.
on the moon?
Few and far between. There are some that are still going to be rarer than others, of course. Who has our best passive perception?
Definitely not me.
I have a better passive perception in this game, or in this character. I don't know if it's the best, but 17.
17,
That
okay.
beats my 11.
I do have 18.
18 is the target to beat.
I got me a 10.
Well, now you're just odd. Now you're just lowballing us, dude. We're trying to get higher than an 18. He comes along, I got a 10. Come on, dude. What does Katarina have? She may be a contender here. 18 is definitely good.
$22, I think.
Oh my God.
she's got rogue
Well, that beats
talent
that.
into there, and her perception score is one of her
Oh,
extended feats.
Yes,
type
that'll
things.
do it.
the other thing would be I don't know if it comes into play here, but let me figure out what the thing is called. Hold on, for that invocation.
Okay, so Crumb and Katarina, I have now moved you to the second floor map. From your perspective, it's pretty much the same thing, except the only thing you're seeing here are windows. And right over here, there is an open window. And, hey, somebody's opening and closing it from like 90 yards away. How are you doing this? If we're going to get a little silly video gamey with it, which I think we absolutely should, there is a faint greenish-brown cloud wafting out of that window. And
No, I'm still in line with people down here. I'm like next to Zur.
Correct. I just put all your
actually
tokens.
away.
Yeah, I just put all your
You can
tokens back on the board in the same position. But this is the second level of the manor, and we have found an opening that may get us in somewhere not on the main party level. So I'm gonna leave your tokens here. Mind how you explore though, because I will be keeping an eye on you, and if you accidentally trigger something during the break, might not be good. But otherwise, feel free to discuss your plan of approach, and we will see you in about 10 minutes, friends. Are you with us?
Sorry, Dan. Do we see anybody like else besides us out here?
You do not.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of raucous celebration coming from inside, but outside with the rain, nobody's chilling out here.
Okay.
The thing I was gonna say was that I have Elder's Sight, which gives me detect magic cast on at will. So
Right.
I don't know if I would be able to see anything with that, or if I would apply right now. But
What is that green smoke?
All right. So what we probably should do is, since we are going into a social situation, apparently you, the warlock, probably has the best social graces out of all of us.
I'm nice.
Yeah, you're an idiot. Anyways, so
I'll gracefully talk with us, for sure.
So I think you or Sir Ricari, because of the fact that you are probably a knight of some sort, that should carry some weight. Should do most of our talking.
A knight of some sort? You just called me Sir Ricari. You know, for God damn it, I'm a knight.
Yes, but a knight of what?
Of
Ammonia.
darkness. Did you say ammonia?
Ammonia. Kingdom
Yeah,
of
ammonia. An onion knight?
What?
I don't know. I don't know what a knight is.
So I'm sure your title and your obvious intimidation should be an asset when it comes to getting what we want without having to bash people's heads in.
We can always bash too, and I do know how to deal with such noble parties and stuff. I have been trained in such matters.
With bashing?
Because I'm smart enough to know that I can't do it. All right, I can outthink them. I just can't out-talk them.
No talk, more
Talk
bash.
my way out of a hole, most likely, but we'll see.
If we want a stealthful approach, I mean, Katarina is our expert. I mean, she could probably get up to that window, but I don't think it would be I don't think it would be profitable for us to send someone off on their own.
I'll go with
Especially
her.
if there's a problem.
Well, we didn't necessarily have to do one person. It could be a team that goes.
True, very
Yeah, but
true.
how many stealthy people do we have here?
I
I'm
can manage
sneaky.
a little bit of stealth, but I can also probably. I think I prepared invisibility for this occasion. Yes, I did. I did prepare greater invisibility for this occasion.
That's 2.
We should have asked if we could see anyone.
I mean, I have decent stealth, but like, I wouldn't count on it.
Well, what is the green stuff coming out of there?
Smells like drugs.
Drugs. Is that the giggle grass?
Giggle grass.
I don't know. Dan said something about video gamey, and then he said there's green smoke coming out of the window. So
It could be fart smell.
could be fart. Do you smell fart?
Hey man, I see a guy in the window.
Uh-oh. What's he doing?
Smells like shit.
I don't know, but I feel like I feel like we need to, you know, like, not be.
Maybe he's just enjoying his Taco Gold Bell.
Maybe he's drunk out of his mind and still doesn't see us.
It would explain the green cloud.
Oh,
Okay, you're lowering my IQ here. So what we need to do is we need to figure out our game plan.
Dan said he's taking the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Smells like shit.
No, that's not gonna happen. Trust me.
A nice little Cleveland steamer, or a steaming Cleveland.
Okay.
That Cleveland ain't going anywhere.
Hey, the Giants are back in the running for a wild card spot.
Nice.
Yeah, if they could, it would be nice if they could do something other than just use Saquon. But
I've been saying that since Saquon's been on the team.
exactly, and that's why they won't go.
Although this last game, DeVito was spreading things out a little bit. He had Barkley, Slayton, Hodgins or Hodges.
It's okay. I'm talking shit out of my ass. My team ain't going nowhere anyways. I'm a Seahawks fan.
Well, if anybody is gonna try and sneak up through the shit window, you better figure it out before the rest of us head inside.
I mean, I could just blast them, but I
What if-
think we were trying to avoid violence.
What if we just take down the sign that says no admittance, and then we could be admitted?
I mean, I can go take down the sign and try to talk away anybody who tells us something, but
Why are we worried about the fucking sign?
Well, if there's no sign, they can't enforce it. It's
But
the law.
we are here on party business.
Oh, yeah. Then let's party.
I'm just wondering if anybody actually wants to sneak in the other window before we go in officially.
That's too high for me.
I'd rather
Dude,
talk
I
my
can
way
fly.
through.
Ah.
It'd be a better bet for me to talk my way through.
Did you already forget about the shoes you just fucking bought?
Yes, I did. They're nice, aren't they? A little tight. But I'm sure they would welcome a giant hippo coming in the bathroom while they're taking the Browns to the Super Bowl.
We also have to realize too that we probably don't look like everybody else around here either.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, I think a genie born would stick out quite a bit among people here.
You have no idea what the people in there look like. All we know is there's a dwarf.
Do you really think there's any other genies there? That's my point.
until like 5 minutes ago, I didn't think anybody lived on this fucking moon. So yeah, there could be anything in there.
Man.
All right. Yeah. Why don't the two of you lead the way to the door, and then we could have you guys talk our way in. If Katarina wants to take a peek into the window up there, she could probably climb the wall up there to take a peek just to see what's going on in there.
And if we're going in officially, then I'm going in as Sir Ricari, Knight of Pomonia.
Oh, of course.
That should get us in.
I want to go in as Sir Ricari of Knight of Ammonia, too.
It would probably be better if you
We'll
didn't
try
say
that. If it doesn't, then we'll resort to talking our way in. But
Wait, can I disguise myself as Sir Ricari of Knight of Ammonia?
I don't think
Please
the body
don't.
portion is right.
Yeah, just disguise myself as you and, like, I don't know, I could be your stupid twin.
I can just imagine that happens, and then it fails, and then you're just the knockoff Walmart brand of him.
All right. It sounds like we actually have a plan in place. So, yeah, why don't you two start heading for the door? We'll follow a little ways back, and that way we could be your entourage. Katarina can sneak off and go climb up and check out that window. Don't go inside the window, though. That way we can see you in case, anything bad decides to happen. We're all here available for you.
Well, if you all are going inside, I'm gonna climb the window. I'm gonna be by myself anyway.
I could come with you.
I mean, I did just type in, the game chat that I'd go up with you.
So it sounds like we got 3 that went into stealth, and then 2 of us will try to talk our way into the door.
Oh, I didn't say anything about stealth.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna go with.
No, he thinks he has skills he doesn't have.
I'm very sneaky.
You're as sneaky as a
Alright, so we got
in the
the
middle of
dimwit.
a ballroom.
See, I'm hiding now.
He's like,
This is not Skyrim. This is not Skyrim stealth, buddy.
you're eating a sarg nut.
You cannot crouch in front of someone and expect to be hidden.
Sneak 100.
Yeah, bust a potion.
So looks like we're splitting our forces, kind of, at the front gate.
Yeah.
It appears that
My
somewhere.
understanding was Kerr and Katarina were gonna go sneak into the window, and then the rest of us were gonna try to walk in through the
Sure.
door.
No, we were gonna check out the window. We weren't gonna. He said, "Don't
Oh,
go
right,
in
right,
the
right.
window."
I'm still trying to do the old play where I can have some of the party on one map and some of the party on another, but I'm not
Oh.
seeing that anymore. So I guess for our intents and purposes, we will all be here on the ground level. I was going to have the 2 of you on the second level and everybody else down here, but must be updating in progress. We do see the occasional dwarf in through some of these windows here on the front. There's one right up here that just looks like he's kind of chilling with his back mostly to us, talking to somebody else in the same room. Looks like there's a pretty loud celebration going on right in here. And based off of your blueprints of the building and seeing it up close, the ramp just to the west of here, you would know this to be one of the main liquor storage areas for the manor. And 5 of the dwarves have just decided to park themselves here and have some drinks. And while we have only seen half a dozen or so, and this is by no means indicative of the entire populace of the party, we've not seen anybody who's not a dwarf. And if we take a peer up to that second window, and yeah, sure enough, somebody in there is relieving some business, and glad that they have found access to one of the few toilets here on the premises. And Katarina and Kerr can definitely tell that this is also a dwarf up here on level 2.
Uh-oh. Guys, I think it's a dwarf party.
So, our briefing coming up to this, we were briefed about the party. Do we know? Is it like what is it? Is it only dwarves, or is it more stuff to it?
The only thing that was really known or specified about the party is that it is his 111th birthday, and he is throwing a massive celebration. There was nothing mentioned about who's on the guest list, or you guys possibly getting onto it, or anything in that respect. It's only now that we're here in the field, it's kind of like, oh, well, shit. So far, they're all dwarves.
Ooh.
What is his like? He's like a lord, but like, what is he? Like, what do his lands contain? What does he do with his stuff, his lands and stuff?
You dwarfs on them.
Like, does he have mining? Does he have farming? Does he like what kind of stuff does he have going on?
His entire business is focused on mining, manufacturing, and liquor. He also has a rather profitable meat export business. His sausages are much in demand.
What kind of manufacturing does he do?
Primarily magical weapons and armor.
Okay, and that could be my coming here
Hey!
representative.
Before we head in, I'm going to make sure that that I have comprehend languages up for my helmet, because I do not naturally know Dwarvish. So.
Do we actually know what language they speak? Oh, I speak
Sir
Dwarvish.
Ricari, I have an idea. You, as part of your inn, as you already stated that you're going to, because you're a knight, we could be brought as a gift of entertainment. We could be a traveling circus, and this would explain why we're not dwarves.
If you want to do that, if you think you can pull it off, sure.
An honorable knight and his
I
traveling
got
circus.
magic. Hello.
I could probably definitely pull it off, yeah.
I mean, all right, well, give yourself the name, I guess.
What would be a good place, a good location in Enemir?
Pretty much anywhere in Bados. Looking with the X-ray vision ring to peer inside, a lot more dwarves. And a lot of partying.
Is there a door or something here? Oh, or are we on the second floor here?
Just looking at that.
This is the first floor. You have to go in through the right and left side.
Yeah, it's blocking us.
Oh, it's because it's a
Yeah, it's walled off.
transparent. Yeah. Yeah, that explains it.
The Wondrous Circus from Battles.
Yeah, and we have to put on an act.
Darn, if only I was playing as my Dragonborn sorcerer, he'd love this.
I mean,
guess it
I've got,
works.
I've got magic. We have one or two of the other guys are pretty strong. They could do a strong person routine. We've got.
Do you need
dwarf
me to do
tossing.
magic, you say?
Well, yeah, I am a wizard. I am a very accomplished wizard. Look at my dark black robes and pointy hat.
And I am Crumb the dwarf tosser.
Haha, you had... How hard did
Yeah,
you have to
the
work for
dwarf
that magic,
tosser
sir?
has the dwarf
Yeah, it's a robe of archmage and a hat of conjuration. Like from the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon.
I know what you're talking about.
Can I try the
like,
knob
image.
and see if the door's locked?
You can certainly try it.
I just try and turn it. Not open it, but just turn it.
Well, it appears to be unlocked.
It's open, guys. I think we could just go in and party. I mean, if we don't make it weird, it won't be weird, right?
Yeah, if they're all dwarves, it'll be noticed right away. We should knock.
Oh,
Okay.
it's another door.
Door and doorception.
Hey! What? What? Nope. I thought I saw something.
Come, get back here.
That damn wind blowing the door open again. You heard of seal the door. We still got more guests coming. Finishing the drink and this birthday.
Crumb will yell
I
party
think
as loud
that's-
as he can in Dwarvish.
Well, that
I think
gets
I think you're drunk.
that gets a loud round of applause from people on the other side of the door, and then after which, who said that?
I just yelled party again.
Huh?
You on your own.
Somebody fucking with us? What the hell's going on out here?
Just don't. If you guys don't want to, if you guys want to come as a circus, you can. But
I can't.
Hey, is there
I can't speak it, man. I can't speak Dwarvish.
a bell or something on the front here or no?
Oh, there is a bell there. Look at
There is, just up at the top of the steps here. Once you get in through this door, there's a set of stairs that lead up about 10 feet to the front door, where Kerr and Crumb are kind of positioned on this narrow landing. And just to the side of the door right here by Crumb is the rope that would pull the bell. But instead, this dwarven lady comes and answers the door, and she's obviously sloshed. And you can see behind her the door is open past this little entry area into the grand hall. And just a loud... this is the source of the loud celebration that you could all hear from outside the grand hall ahead. There's another large dwarven statue, this one more modestly sized at only 30 feet. Still so large that it ascends to the second level above. And there are 4 dwarves just chilling out right here in the opening vestibule here. And there's 4 chairs. Each of them have a seat. Each of them have a mug of ale in front of them. And they're all kind of looking curiously at Crumb like, "Hey! How's it going? You did a party!"
Crumb shouts, "Long live Lord Rathmere!"
Long live the Lord of the Rathmeres! Yeah!
The great thing is, I don't think anybody else speaks Dwarven, so we just hear him and walk in.
Yeah, yep. No!
I have comprehend languages of.
Oh, sure.
I can understand them speak.
Yeah, it's very jovial. Even with the lowest of insight checks, not speaking the language, you can all tell it's a very pleasant exchange. And yeah, you all stick out like sore thumbs. I mean, especially once Crumb gets in here, there is not a person to be seen who is not a dwarf. And there are a few odd glances kind of turned your way. But otherwise, I mean, there's not like an array of security coming to stop you or anything in that respect. A few odd eyes turned your direction, but everybody's really just having a good time, and you're here, so you must supposed to be here.
I just find a random dwarf and ask where the ale's at.
Yeah, I just walk past him and just say, "Party, I'm with him."
Yeah, party down! Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. They point you to the west, over here, where there are many barrels arranged. And if you're hungry and want to go to the feast hall, continue on left from there. Every seat is taken, standing room only, but they've got a massive fire pit in there. And everybody is just being brought meat from the kitchen right here to skewer and cook over this massive open flame. So there is a lot of partying going on here.
Is it red meat off the bone?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Malted beer.
Can I go up to someone who's like who looks really drunk? I'm hoping that my ring of X-ray vision is still going on. I know it's like a minute or so. I'm hoping like I can get to a really drunk person before the time runs out to try something.
Proceed with the plan.
Okay, I want to go up to someone who's really drunk and say, "I bet you 10 gold I can guess what color underwear you're wearing."
All right.
I don't know that guy.
I just thought of it just now.
All right. I'm
What
looking
did I
around
say about
rather
making it weird?
a little timidly because dwarves and kobolds, goblins generally don't get along too well. So
Yeah, there is the proverbial record scratch, and the music comes to a halt when Gleep enters the Grand Hall.
Not to mention the bugbears.
I try and vouch for him. Like, he's one of the good ones, guys.
Oh, man.
See, he's my pet.
I am no one's pet. Try that again, and you will face my wrath.
Do you speak Dwarven?
No, Crumb was saying that.
Yeah, to the dwarves in Dwarven.
Oh, he knows Dwarven?
As though these dwarves don't know common. Like,
Man.
as though they don't understand everything you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay, well, yeah, there's a bit of an issue here now. Ricari is finding himself a bit surrounded. He approaches the main dais up here, and two of the people who were conversing there step down and approach him. There's this magnificent-looking motherfucker here up at the top of the dais who was in the middle of a song when Gleep and Ricari and Kerr's arrival seems to have stopped the beat. And he's just kind of standing there like, do I continue? What's going on here? He looks like he's having a great old time.
Is that Rathmir, based on the statues?
It could be. Roll perception. Yeah, we got other dwarves starting to spill out from the side chambers here. They are not as aggressively surrounding the undesirables, but they are stepping out just kind of like, oh, what's going on here? Especially the ladies over here from the left. They appear to be working in the kitchen and perhaps not as prepared for a confrontation. Dude who was singing is going to step on down a little closer as well, just to kind of get a look-see at this. Perception-wise, you're not thinking that's Rathmir. Might be a cousin?
I'll kind of bow politely to them, like, please do not stop your song on my account. It was quite lovely.
Well, they were not expecting to hear that. Roll persuasion. Starting attitude adjustment, of course.
Let's spend inspiration on that for that 22.
Oh, okay. Well, a couple of them back off a little bit. This one who's right in Ricari's face just looks all too eager to possibly reveal what she's got hidden under those long robes, and it's probably something sharp.
Ooh.
Probably something sharp and stabby. But she likewise backs off, give you all a little bit of breathing room. Kerr's a little crowded in here, so we're gonna do the same. Give you a little breathing room. And it's at that moment when this guy steps up. Yeah, he seems very happy. And yeah, as he steps up, that is not the guy that we see on the statue out front, but it is the guy that we see on the statue in here. And he stumbles perhaps more drunkenly than some of the others. Hey, yeah. What are you doing here? You on an invite?
Yeah, party.
No, I take it that is Lord Rathmere.
You are very convinced that this is Lord Rathmere. Right here. And if I'm not putting a marker on him... ...
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Lord Rathmere, I'll give him a bow. So good of you to have such a grand party for all your guests. I have Sir Ricari of Pramonia from Enemir.
Oh, you from the planet. Wow. We got a few visitors from there, but Abdul's brew.
Abdul's brew, indeed.
I did not bring any of that. Unfortunately, I could not get my hands on any. But my family in Pramonia is hoping to establish mercantile ties with you, and figured I would come and celebrate your birthday with you. I've brought an entourage here. Some of them are entertainment, if you so wish, and hopefully we can, after your celebration, perhaps make a deal.
Ah, you bring party and business. This, you sure you're a bugbear?
I assure you I am. My family is well respected in the kingdom of Pramonia.
Wow. That's unexpected, but, yeah, you're welcome to party down with all of us, and, yeah, maybe later on we have a little chit-chat.
Invigorating, sir.
Well done, Agent 47.
Ha ha! So with that, music picks up again. Dude steps back to the top of the dais and starts his very celebratory song, and otherwise dwarves start to spread out a little bit, and people are going back to their celebrations.
Don't make it weird again, guys. Just do what a dwarf would do.
Do I look like a dwarf?
No.
Hey, where's the pooper?
They're upstairs. You gotta go upstairs.
All right. Oh,
What?
Crumb tries to go upstairs?
Gotcha. I think this is where I had the limitation before.
Right, oh, don't worry about it then.
Why doesn't it work?
No, we'll do that later.
Used to be such a brilliant feature.
Now we know where the pooper is.
I'm gonna go get some food.
Fresh and delicious.
I'm guessing this
I
is
will
the
join him
kitchen
for
over
some
here.
food.
What's that, David?
Oh, what is this over here?
Where the heck are you? Oh, okay. It looks to be a workshop area. There's just some dwarves in here who, in addition to being drunk, they've got their hands on some tools and some scrap metal and some other bits and bobs, and they're just piecing stuff together and hammering even in celebration.
Crumb pokes his head and he yells party in Dwarvish.
Well, Newman certainly wins that particular bet. I mean, against a drunken dwarf on the first go, that will definitely be successful.
What if they weren't wearing any?
Ah! Is it brown? No, it's not. I'm not wearing none. Oh, come on.
Trick question, in fact. You're not wearing any! Holy sh... Don't tell anybody!
Yep, all the food celebration is in the west, directly of the main chamber, through the kitchen as well. There's an open door to an outside dining area, where some dwarves are likewise enjoying their meals out there, and Sir Ricari recognizes a familiar drunken dwarf asleep with his head in his potatoes. He's seen him around a bit here and there. His name is Vedger.
You might want to check Twitch, by the way.
Yeah, your Twitch stream is still on break.
Oh, God, tell me that's not true.
It shows up on my.
Okay, good.
I might need to just reload. But...
So yes, we see the mighty Vedger right here around the corner, asleep in his potatoes. Somehow he's made his way from the Against the Serpents game over to here.
Wow, okay then.
I think I used almost every dwarf token that I have to populate all of the levels of this map. So of course, Vedger was going to appear. And yes, out here you guys can see that guest house off to the northwest through some of the windows. And the door closed. Probably have to go back outside through the front door and all the way around the exterior to get there. Appears to be the only way. Otherwise, what's anybody else doing? Everybody's just kind of having fun and partying and doing this stuff.
Oh, I'm watching back and forth for dwarves. You know, just hoping that I don't take a hidden shot and have to kill somebody.
Yeah, I mean, once the air was cleared, everything seems to be all right.
All right, I'm gonna look for some
I'm going to cast Detect Magic and see if I can find anything interesting. See if there's anything interesting around that I need to be aware of or stuff like that.
It's kind of like a blinding effect. A lot of people in here are wearing different magical jewelry and magical trinkets that they have on them. Not a lot of people armed with weapons, but some people did bring like the magical familial plate armor and stuff like that.
Okay.
Likewise, these areas over here, these anvils that are set up near the stairs, they likewise radiate a magical transformation effect.
I'm gonna do something you're probably gonna regret.
And
I'm gonna walk up to this woman.
And just a heads up, if you don't see them, these are openings underneath the grand staircase that go down to the level below.
I'm gonna walk up to the woman here.
Alright.
I'm gonna lean into her and I'm stay common because I don't know Dwarvish. What you got in your?
Oh, you were cutting out a little bit there. What is it?
What you hiding? What you got in your hands there? Did it go through?
Yes, it did. She's checking. None of your business. Now why don't you back off and mind your own?
Well, my business right now is partying and trying to figure out what you holding.
Why don't you focus more on the first part of it and go party? You don't want none of what I've got.
I'm partying and talking to you. And if you say I don't want what you got, that's some aggressive words.
You take it
You
as you
may-
want, dearie.
Can I speak to you for a moment, please?
Just out of character question. What character are you? Sorry.
Gleep.
Yes,
Yeah, I
listen
want
to your
words from you.
I
more
I
sensible
just
goblin
turn around
friend.
and walk down to you. No,
Are you trying to screw up our entire
I just turn
mission?
around and walk towards you.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm just
are
trying to figure out what she got, man.
It doesn't matter what she has. I mean, look, Crumb is already trying to screw things up. I don't need two people trying to screw this whole mission up.
Then you should stop bothering me so I can go get Crumb away from her as well.
Crumb is dancing with her. Oh man, what the shit? Oh gosh.
I take out my alchemy jug.
What? Wait,
I
hold on.
say, beer. And I open the jug and I start drinking some of the beer out of it because it's like, I need something to keep me from killing everybody.
Party.
And Newman, please don't.
She seems a little less interested in partying now at this moment after these two awkward encounters, so she backs off and starts to head up the stairs to the second level.
I think that's the sign, guys.
Let's go, Crumb. We annoyed her too much.
Can Newman do what I asked before he does that, or no?
No.
I hand the jug
Yeah, I would
over
do
to
that.
No.
Guan. Want some?
Let me just make sure your fire bead means what I think it is. Are you throwing a
I'll take
fireball
some.
at her?
Yeah, that's what he's asking to do.
Fireball, yes.
No, it becomes a fireball spell. It's not just a little bead that hits somebody like a fireball.
Yeah.
I mean, it's stated in its.
Pretty, yeah, I get that. Yes, I get that.
So yeah, you would be fireballing the room if you did that.
With no way to not hit your compatriots.
Okay, never mind that.
Mission.
I mean, I'd be able to save two of us from most of the damage, but that would be about it. But I'd still say don't do it.
Dang it. I will have my chance.
I'm sure at some
Yeah.
point throughout the campaign you'll find a place to throw a fireball, yes.
There are plenty of opportunities.
If things go south, that fireball will be useful. So,
At this point, Ricari is actually just mingling with the party because I fully expect to be meeting with Sir Rathmere afterwards, like I said we would for business. So I'm like, hey, I got time. I'm gonna actually mingle and learn about these people, learn who they are, learn what their connection is to Rathmere, get some intel, basically.
Sure, go ahead, roll investigation.
I'm gonna offer some beer from the alchemy jug to the dwarf that's standing next to me.
Oh. Is this edible?
And what, the beer? Yes, of course you could drink the beer.
Is it goblin swill, though?
No, it's magic. It comes from this alchemy jug.
Magic beer? Does it give you gas?
It might.
it's good beer.
Well, she looks down at her mug that is almost empty and then longingly at the 40 feet it will take to traverse the hall to get another one and the
And
5
before
inches of
going-
distance between the two of you.
And the 4 gallons of beer that I'm holding.
Yeah, I'll try some of that.
I'll pour some into her mug.
All right.
So now you're a beer wench?
I am
he already gave me
to-
some, so.
I am trying to make it less and less and less awkward so that when we do go meet with His Royal Highness, that I won't be left out in the cold because I'm an outsider.
You say that as though all of us aren't horribly out of place here.
So, yeah, results of the investigation check. Most of the dwarves that are present here are related to Lord Rathmere. A few of whom are high-level employees in his different operations here on the moon of Isilia, and then otherwise people who are hired hands to work the party. So for the most part, it appears that this is largely a family and like close business relations affair. The big thing that you do find out with that is that after the celebrations for the birthday, which perhaps should have been expected, perhaps are expected, or perhaps come as a bit of a surprise, these dwarves plan on drinking for a full 72 hours. After which, Lord Rathmere, courtesy of a collection from his nearest and dearest, is scheduled to go on an airship journey through the nearby cosmos to kind of stargaze to enjoy his birthday after he is sufficiently liquored up. So, as far as when you're scheduled to meet him, if it's going to happen after that, if he even knows he's going on this journey, and if that's going to deter him, this is news that you're just finding out.
I would try to ask whoever I'm finding that information out from. That sounds like fun. Is there a way I could get on that airship too?
It's one that's only suited for one, but they do them in groups. So, like, you might find your own ship to go, like, kind of on the journey, but they stagger them as well, so it's like a bit of a private experience. But, you know, as a business, they gotta generate revenue and all that stuff, too, and then he starts going into all the figures and costs associated with it. It appears to be 2,000 gold per person per trip. Thank you for the gift sub. Oh boy, gift subs coming in. Thank you. Hype train imminent. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Get in on it, friends. Get in on that hype train.
Woo,
Woo, woo, woo, woo.
I would kind of surreptitiously, I guess, ask, of like, well, what, like, kind of path does it take? Does it start here, or do we have to go somewhere for these things?
It's not gonna start here from the manor, but it starts from nearby Silver City. It's maybe about a 2-hour walk, or maybe a 15-minute ride by a conveyance. Drinks are to the southwest. Yep, some pinging going on over there. A large gathering of people already.
Everybody knows where they are.
Go to the barrels. Yeah, look at that hype train. Already coming up on level 2. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much for the turnout. We gonna hit a record. We gonna get some bonuses for everybody, regardless at this level.
I'll basically just be like with the small type, like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I might have to look into that too.
Yeah, it's all the rage these days. This particular, whoops. Come on. There we go. This particular dwarf rambles on. It's something I'd like to try myself, but it's a bit out of my price range, you know.
Yeah, that's not real cheap, but you know, this is my first time to Asilia, and I'd like to see the sights when I'm here.
Definitely, and you get to see some of the other astral phenomena that's out there. And if you catch it on a good day, you might even like see some other ships kind of passing through the area, stuff that you don't necessarily see every day.
Oh yeah. Oh, but like, how safe is it? Is there guards or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, it's a little dangerous, you know. It's a bit like getting your ticket out for a sea voyage. You never know if there's going to be some pirates or something out there, just waiting to take advantage of you. Wow, look at us! We are hitting 100% of the hype train. Woo woo woo! Level 2.
I see. Okay, that's something to think about. Yeah, that's something to think about.
Oh, level 3. Wow, that was quick. Thank you, friends. Yeah, this is it's definitely something you may want to look into. They do them pretty often though, so even if you're not able to get on tonight, well, we're like, he kind of taps the lady next to him. How far is our birthday we at this stage? And she says, we are, I think, about 6 hours. So they got approximately 66 hours of partying left to do before this event supposedly happens.
Okay. I got time to think about it then. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. Level 3. Somebody tag our Discord channel. Get everybody in on this if they want to join the hype train, get that conductor's badge, get some rewards. So, any further in-game progress we want, or any out-of-game discussions we want to kind of have to determine what our options are? Do we want to move the map to level 2?
I want to roll a history check
upstairs.
to learn more history about this place.
Okay.
Alright.
I am going to move us all to level 2 here. None of us are really going to see anything just yet, so let me get your tokens there. Oops. It will help if I go to level 2. Okay, so Gleep.
Bear wants to get hammered with the dwarves.
Most of your tokens will just kind of be in the blurry area here in the center, indicating that you're still down on the first level where the main party's going on. Crumb is ascending level 2. And hey, look, there's somebody. And somebody else and a few other people. Yeah, there's a lot of people hanging out up here too.
I started offering beer out of the alchemy jug.
Sure. Get
That thing isn't
everybody's
poison
token.
or anything, right? And nothing nefarious.
No.
Okay.
No. It's straight beer. It doesn't. I mean, I could produce any liquid out of it, but only one at a time.
So you could make a bunch of like sleep juice. Put all the dwarves to sleep.
Not really. I mean, it's limited to a list.
Like, you could make some mayo.
Yes. Mayonnaise.
I do have an idea of what we could do as a combination attack with like the alchemy jug.
Yeah, I could have made a gallon of wine, or 4 gallons of beer, or a gallon of honey, 8 ounces of acid.
Just have it make like the beer or the oil or whatever, and then just chuck the jug to get it everywhere, and then I'll just throw my fireball in it, and then I'll throw a fireball bead.
Why are we fireballing again?
I'm not saying I'm going to do that now. I'm saying that's what we could do.
It's like the first
and
D&D
then all
player's time getting
He
their hands
really
on a
wants.
fireball.
He really wants to fireball something.
Yeah, he does.
So Dan, did I see where Rathmir went?
I just want to cause some chaos now. Dang it! I want to be funny.
Well, there's a
Roll.
difference between being funny and screwing up the entire mission for everybody.
Okay,
This is
fair
true.
enough.
Roll perception there,
sorry.
Crumb. Good enough. I don't know if you saw me actually moving the token, but he was
I did
pretty
actually,
close
yeah.
next to you. Gotcha. He
Yeah,
went
I didn't
down
know.
this way.
Okay, cool. So Crumb will wander around upstairs. I'm like, man, I gotta pay.
This guy seems intent on doing the same thing, and he's heading right for this door in front of him.
So I'm just opening every door along the way as though I'm looking for a bathroom.
Well, you found the bathroom, and this guy seems a little confused as to why you didn't take it. But
Maybe
he goes in and closes it up.
But yeah, I mean, well, I try and open every single door too.
Sure. Yeah, you try to open that one. You hear the guy who you saw on the outside of the building. That's the source of the greenish brown poo smoke.
That's that one there. Okay.
Correct. Somebody's in here. And yeah,
Sorry.
you open the door to some people in bed who are having a good time.
I poke my head in and yell, "Party!"
Yeah, these appear to all be private chambers, and yep, once again, two people who've had a few to drink, and they are getting it on amorously here in this room.
And once again, I poke my head in and yell, "Party!"
Hey, you're not welcome in here! Well, let him come in.
I do also leave all of the doors open.
Oh, jeez.
That's not the bathroom.
And Rathmir steps out of the room right there as you go passing by.
I yell, "Party!"
Hey!
Come on, Lord Rathmir!
Yeah, it's my birthday!
Happy birthday! How old are you?
I'm 3 1s, triple 1, 1 1 1.
Oh, lucky numbers.
Hey,
So what are you doing?
you want to see? You want to see something really cool?
Follow him.
Check this out. Check this out. This is really cool
Yeah.
over here. Yeah. This is one of the
Yeah.
the castle's best defensive features. Not that anybody ever dare to invade this place. I mean, it's so highly defended, and I'm such a beloved individual.
Is it a cannon?
Oh, I wish. The cannon's up on the roof.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, check this.
Okay.
Did I? Yeah, here
Is
we
it
go.
I
It's
put my
this-
head in this room and yell, "Party!"
Oh, yeah, those two dudes in there do not seem happy to see you. They are busy with themselves.
Oh, okay.
Check this out. This little grate right here looks down onto that porch there that leads into the most secure door on the structure. So if people are trying to assail from that direction, we got all the advantage to just bombard them from up above. You know, I got my people equipped with those necklaces of fireballs. They just bombard
no.
the crap out of people
Oh,
right
no.
from there.
Oh no.
No better location.
Well, what if they come from the other door?
Oh, we got other defenses, not as cool as this one, but
Yeah, this one's really cool.
yeah, this is a really good one.
Do you want to jump down it?
Oh, it is. Well, unless you can like turn me to the size of a nickel or into gas, we
Oh.
can't get through that.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, come over this way. We'll have a little drink out my private reserve.
All right. Ooh.
He grabs a little, fumbles for a key, unlocks the door here, and goes on inside. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this the master suite. This where all the good stuff is at.
Crumb closes the door behind him.
Yeah, come grab a seat right here by the fire. I got some fine brandy.
Very warm, right?
Yeah, on a cold day such as this.
Oh, and you can look out over all of this.
Yeah, nothing better. Beautiful, beautiful area. Oh, I heard you was looking for a bathroom as well, and he kind of points you over to that door. That's the private loo right there.
Ooh. I'm going to defoul that for a moment.
Oh God. Kerr kind of hears some familiar crumb on the other side of this door, and other chit chat going on from within that room.
What's behind door number 2?
Right.
Yeah, Cromwell relieve himself.
Sure.
Is he doing number 2 behind door number 2?
Oh God.
No, that was door number 1, so only number 1. I will do a number 2 in door number 2 though once I get a chance to open it.
Yeah, for sure. If you're trying to keep pace with the dwarves on their full party here, con saves will definitely be in the near future.
Oh, definitely not for me. But
Thank you so much, all, for that level 2 hype train. Much love.
The only thing I drink in is literally.
So I guess I will just drink with the Lord.
Drink it once.
Just a
I'm
moment.
just going to try and buddy myself up with Rathmir. Oh, do you have to roll con saves?
Depending on how hard you're trying to party. Like, if you're trying to pace yourself and be like, well, we're here on a mission, so I'm going to discreetly drink, occasionally dump a snifter in the plants or what have you. But if you're like, yeah, I'm drinking everything.
I would use my Indomitable to use that 27 for the...
Wow, all right. Hey, you are good. Resistant to poison will definitely increase the amount of time before any kind of roll is necessary. Otherwise, what are we thinking?
I'm not trying to get shit-faced like Kerr. I'm just, like, drinking to be seen drinking.
I'm going to ask a Rathmir
Yeah, that's
about
probably
that.
the extent of what I'm doing.
Sure.
I'm going to ask Rathmir about that cute dwarf in the cloak.
Oh, which one, man? There's so many beautiful women here tonight.
Ooh, the angry one.
Oh, man, that's my aunt. Yeah,
Ooh.
she only here because she has to be.
Yeah, you don't like her, huh?
I don't know that anybody likes her.
She's very abrasive. She needs to drink more.
See, here's the thing. Drinking makes it worse in her situation.
Oh.
You don't want to give her anything resembling anything liquid.
Oh, she's afraid of water.
She should be.
She should be. Why, is she a witch? That will melt.
Yeah, she is. And it'd be great. You could just dump a thing of water on her and melt her down to nothing. But she control this region of the family's business over near Brando City. So, you know, we got to keep in her good graces and everything. She's got the political connections. And those fucking stuff.
Oh, so you don't. You
I'm
should.
gonna offer some beer to this guy right over here.
Huh? Beer? I like beer. I'll have some beer.
All right.
Well, thank you, beer goblin.
He went from being the beer fairy to the beer goblin.
Yeah.
Right.
Katarina's checking
Beer
out
fairy to the beer goblin.
an
I know there's some
area.
locked doors up there. I'm kind of concerned with her and lockpicks.
Yeah, all those doors appear to be locked, so it definitely seems that this eastern wing of the second floor is perhaps Rathmir's private quarters and reserves, whereas the western area across the landing appears to be guest quarters. As we can see, all these rooms are open thanks to Crumb walking by, and yeah, these people are drunk and in the midst of their whatever they got going on in those rooms.
Their passions.
Yep. Kerr finds a private area that is just perfect for grabbing a drink and a bite and having a nice view out the front windows of the massive dwarven statue. It's one of the few areas where nobody's gathered as well. Yeah, long walk back to get more booze and hike on back up here, but apparently we have all the time in the world.
Can I ask, so like, what is this dude's connection to the ministry that we know of from our briefing
He's apparently on the High Council.
of the ministry?
Yeah, he's apparently one of the people that sits at the seats. And if in the Coalescence channel that we have in Discord, his name has come up quite frequently, so we know this out of game to be fact.
Okay. Excuse me while I relieve myself.
Oh, it's just running through you.
Oh, wait, this isn't the bathroom, is it?
Oh no, that's my private bedroom.
Oh, whoops! Don't want to go in there.
Yeah, please don't. Those are expensive sheets.
Yeah.
So, question: are we supposed to like get teleported back to the ship from this
So-
machine?
Before he, fucking hell.
You are not. You don't have access to be teleported from this site, but about 3 or 4 miles away is your landing zone that you've been assigned. So basically, just somehow get him to that spot.
Okay.
So I'm, fucking hell. Do I do it now, guys?
He takes a seat at this other table. That fire gets a little toasty. You sit too close to it.
But it's nice to be warm on a rainy night. Especially on triple ones.
Oh, yes. My 111th birthday.
So,
No one else really knows what you're doing right now, so asking us for a win is
yeah, this
Kinda
could go south. So Crumb he'll pull out his flail and start swinging around like celebratory, all jovial, right? Like woo woo, like a noisemaker.
He kind of backs off immediately. Hey, yo! Oh, that's dangerous. Don't do that in here. Whoa! Whoa! Hey!
And he
None-
lunges forward and bashes him in the head,
None of that now, you hear?
or attempts to.
No! There's valuable stuff in here! Not the wine!
Yeah, he tries and bashes Rathmir.
Roll it up. Let's see.
What do you want me to roll?
Roll an attack. Oh, dear God. Crack.
And it will be non-lethal if that's possible.
Sure. Yeah, if you knock him to 0 with melee damage, you can declare it to be non-lethal if you so wish.
Yeah.
It does not knock him to 0, so he's apparently a little bit more resilient than perhaps you were led to believe. 28 will definitely hit. He takes all the damage. He is instantly bleeding from the massive welt that you left in the side of his head. And he lets out a loud "Ah!" which really, due to the celebration happening downstairs, only the people like immediately outside the hall can hear it. So
I do have
Good
extra
thing I'm
attack.
standing in front of the door.
So do I get my extra attacks on this?
let's just see what we're looking at here.
Okay.
I would say upon
He's
hearing
doing it
that,
while
I
he's by the
stand in front
fire.
of the door.
I would say upon hearing that, I would belch really loudly to try and like throw him off the scent.
Roll deception.
I don't think that worked.
And
Oh
yeah,
my
go
God,
ahead,
they
take
actually
your
rolled lower.
go ahead, take your other attack.
Okay. Well, it's 2 extra attacks.
Right. Well, shit. Roll a dexterity check.
At least it's knocked out.
Doesn't he have advantage because he's drunk?
Am I though? Well, shit. That changes things as the flail goes skittering from your hands. You do still have a third attack, just no weapon in hand to do anything with it.
Can I not pick it up?
You can, but then that takes your action. Or your remaining attack, I should say.
Shit, I will,
You gonna what now? Oh.
And then that's my bonus action, and then I'll pick up the flail again.
Okay. So into the initiative now. It is Kerr's turn, who hears "Help! Help! I'm under attack!"
I think I'm gonna go in there and swing on.
I just noticed that Newman isn't part of the initiative. Am I supposed to not be part of the initiative?
I will add you in. I didn't roll in that section because you didn't hear anything going on from that far out. Technically, based on your position, it looks like you're still on the first floor.
Okay, sorry.
No problem.
I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a mistake or something.
Well, shit. Oh my god! Has no defense to speak of. Our two biggest hitters step in and wail on him, and he's just like, "Oh my god!"
Really, both of us got natural ones.
What the fuck?
Fucking hell.
Finally, a 23 to hit
Yeah,
for
but did you make your dexterity check?
21. It's not an every time thing. Like in David's case, I thought it'd be interesting, but yeah, we're not gonna roll it for everyone. Let me just check though, because you hit me once for 17, 27, 28, 38. I'm still up, just barely.
Ooh.
38 hit points. He's down. He is still. Oh god, why? Why would you? I thought we were friends.
We are friends. Sometimes friends need to help friends.
This doesn't feel like help.
We will be friends. Don't worry, friend.
Ouch.
sounds like Crumb's trying to indoctrinate him into a cult of friendship. We will be friends. Don't worry.
No. This is for the fairy.
Oh.
Yeah, Crumb is on a mission of vengeance.
His eyes kind of widen for a moment on mention of a fairy. Gleep, your turn.
What are you guys doing in there? Hi, how you doing? Oh, by the way, I
Tails
stabbed
partying
this
responsibly.
with my with the scimitar.
That's really good beer.
Thank you. Try this one. Stab.
Wait, we have 2 sets of tokens out. I just noticed. Like, we could see the first floor tokens from the second floor.
There goes his head.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking sleep! What the fuck? Okay, no, okay,
Oh.
that was the other guy. Never mind.
Thank God it's
It scared me there.
anonymous,
And he-
dude.
And he's the one who's saying, "Hey, don't fuck up the plan."
Well,
Right?
we
It's cutting people's heads off.
the plan.
There's some psycho running around cutting people's heads off.
Plan goes
I'm
out
not
the
kidding.
window.
I get 2 attacks. I get
Plan's out the
multi-attack.
window. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
So
Yeah,
I'm
that-
going to stab this one.
That's a hit, and yeah, she's pretty fucked up from that, and she just turns around. Why? What?
And that will end my turn.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, your tokens are still out here on the south side of the map from earlier when I thought potentially you might sneak in through that second floor window.
I'm just looking at what's going on, like, what the fuck?
And that'll bring it to Katarina, just around the corner.
Okay, so did I hear where the yelling was coming from?
Yeah, just inside this door here.
It was just me yelling party.
Sure.
What door?
Don't worry, I'm doing that again. Don't worry.
Oh, are you guys posted outside the bathroom? See, I don't know what Katarina sees from there. Can you see inside that room?
Don't
or
think
no?
she can see anything in that room.
Ah,
I don't
okay.
think she can see inside the room.
Yeah.
I can barely see inside the room, so.
Guy kind of
Yeah,
looks at the
that's
smiling
exactly it here.
at the smiling Kinder in the doorway. Please help! They're killing me!
Well, Don said he needs help with his person.
Oh. No, come back!
Oh, yeah. Are we the bad guys?
Feels like
Apparently.
No. It's them that's wrong.
Guys,
It's them,
objective
not
term.
us.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Oh.
Dude, it's fucking 1 or 20. Go in between.
Feast or famine. Wow.
There's 18
that's
different
without-
numbers you could roll.
And that's
would
without
think.
using the spike on the thing. That's just delayed.
We're not rolling D20, we're rolling D2.
and she didn't even have time to activate the venom on it. So,
Wow. Alright, so just
He's
a...
talking about the spike. That's the bonus action. I didn't do that part.
Right. Yeah, because the dude is dead. So roll a perception check for Newman. Yeah, you have zero clue any of this is happening up on the second floor. You're in the thick of the loudest part of the celebration. It's only now that you seem to notice the rest of the party has wandered off somewhere. We were all drinking together, and now who knows where the hell everybody is.
I guess I'll do nothing then.
Alright, over to Guanvit.
Alright, well, knowing the plan has gone to shit, I'm gonna run down here.
No, everything's going according to
Yeah,
plan.
the dwarves over here on the western side of the hallway seem to either be disinterested or too far out of line of sound to have heard what's going on. They're just kind of chatting to each other right here in front of this door. And this guy, in fact, takes a step in there like he's going to go hang out in there.
Oh, are
Let
you
me
closing
check
the door
little
behind you?
spells. I wasn't going to, no, but
Close it.
trying to think of something that won't kill him because I don't have really melee things. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand there. I don't really have anything to not kill him. So
Deserves it.
would you like to bring him back from the dead after that though?
And then kill him again.
Well, this guy's head looks at the body that is now just starting to fall to the ground, wondering what the fuck just happened. That's his turn. Ricari, over to you.
I look at what Bloop and Katarina just did in the balcony here, and I look into the room because I can see them in there. I look at Crumb like, what the fuck? And I just kind
It's
of
time.
step up to the door, kind of whisper yell to the Kerr can hear me because I know he picked up that hole. Like, stuff him in the hole, let's get the fuck out of here.
Wondrous.
Oh, he's still up? I thought he was down.
Yeah, he's still
No,
conscious.
not
He
yet.
has just a handful of hit points left.
Yeah, he's done for though.
Okay, well then I step in there and I said, stuff him in the hole, and I see him like going, I'm like, oh. And I'm just smack him on the head with my halberd. Like,
Please, sir, help me! No, not you too! Here comes another natural one.
You never bring a hippo
Think
to
we're
a
due
dwarf
for-
fight. Really?
You would think I have
No.
some kind of control over this. What the fuck?
Wait, he rolled a 1 and a 20.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, if you want to if you want to spend an inspiration to knock a dude out, I mean, he's knocked out either way, so your call. I'm sure he's
You
going to be
made
there
us like-
eventually.
I'm not spending inspiration on that, but I do have extra attack.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been averaging 1 out of, oh my god.
Really?
Oh my god.
Am I
Really?
the only one that can fight around here besides Katarina?
Well, we've all been drinking the ale, so.
Is this what we get for making fun of Grant?
Wow. Oh man, this is bad.
Wait, are you a paladin or a fighter, Ricari?
Oh, paladin.
Paladin, okay. So, do you get a third extra attack? I don't remember.
That's only fighters.
Oh, okay.
All right, I guess we'll pass it over to Crumb.
I guess that's because I'm trying to hit him with like just the flat of the blade to kill him with it. So I'm like, I can't use it this way.
Yeah, you're not hitting him directly or damaging him, so his only response is, "No, that's not helping."
So, I will. These are all non-lethal, by the way.
All right.
But as I hit him, I will mimic the noises the fairy made.
All right, well, that's it right there. He only had 4 HP left.
Mm-hmm.
So he is now unconscioso.
Can I pick him up?
Yeah, he is. He's heavy, but you're incredibly strong.
Yeah. So I will. So if we're out of initiative, I will pick him up and fly out one of these windows. with my winged boots back to our landing zone. Or wherever.
Okay, I was gonna offer to bring him into my genie vessel, but okay. Since he's
Well, then I'll
unconscious,
pick you.
he's willing
Well,
to do
you
whatever
could
the
do
fuck
that.
I
I'll
want.
pick you up and then fly you out.
All right, then I'll touch him. We'll both disappear into my genie vessel, which is more or less just like a lamp on a chain, and then we're both gone in the genie vessel.
And then I'll grab that genie vessel and we'll exfiltrate the window.
Well, fucking A.
And when he does that, I'll be like, all right, guys, everybody start leaving individually one by one. I don't want everybody to just leave en masse. It'll be suspicious.
Crumb will make one last note. Don't make it weird, guys.
All right.
Wait, should I grab the other bodies first?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the body that I decapitated and drag it into the room over here.
Ooh.
Note, he only grabbed the body. Got it. This
I'm
guy
also
comes.
gonna-
This guy comes back up the stairs and just finds a head on the. Oh my god! Ah!
He partied his head off.
I will say, if you guys do drag the bodies back into the room before we leave, I will touch the other bodies and bring them into the vessel so that they're not, just laying there.
That's more leverage, yeah. I like it.
So after we get him to the landing zone, there is a period of time between our arrival there and before the rescue craft will come and get us back to our site that he regains consciousness. Is there anything that anybody wants to do to him or say to him during that period?
Take him in my hole.
I have a disintegrate spell ready.
Isn't he in the genie vessel or no?
Sorry, say that again?
Was he in the genie vessel? Sorry. I'm not sure how the genie vessel works.
The genie vessel, I can touch a willing creature since he's unconscious. He's willing, or I can touch up to 5 specifically. But is he conscious now? I thought we knocked him out.
Yep. I mean, he just said that he's conscious again.
Well, this would be sometime later. I am unsure as to whether an unconscious creature qualifies as willing.
Well, either way, I would have carried him to to wherever we have to go, regardless of whether he's in the vessel.
And that he doesn't count as willing, then I just have done it.
Right, I'm unclear.
I just wouldn't have done the vessel then.
Right, I'm unclear how that works.
As far as my concern, I'm just taking no. I'm thinking, if he's unconscious, then he can't really say yes or no to anything. So that would count towards either way, I guess. But I don't know.
I wouldn't say that actually.
Correct. Like if somebody tried to do like a trap the soul spell on him while he's unconscious, he still gets a saving throw.
Yeah.
I guess is kind of where I'm at.
I mean, I like the idea, but
what is the ability though? Like, post it up because I'm not familiar with it offhand.
Yeah, genie warlocks are a little wacky.
It's specifically genie vessels, and then what allows me to take other creatures into it is sanctuary vessel.
I pulled this off of Stat Exchange.
Oh, really? Shit.
Well, genie vessel only allows me to take myself into it, but sanctuary vessel upgrades it to up to 5 willing creatures that I can see within 30 feet of me. That is, but
gotcha. Wow, I can just see all kinds of ways that gets broken. Okay, well, long story short, I'm not asking how are we trying to prevent an unconscious guy with a 14 armor class and 42 hit points who is regaining consciousness with 1 hit point from escaping.
Yeah.
The question is, are we trying to interrogate him or doing anything with him before we turn him over? If he is in fact trapped in a vessel to where his regaining consciousness is a moot point, then I guess we're just turning him over directly to the higher ups. Is that a correct assumption?
I don't see why
I
not.
mean, I'm leaving the discretion of whether I can take him in or not if he's a willing creature while he's unconscious, but that would be up to you. But
If possible, I would like to ask him what he knows about the fairy.
Well, Don, where did you say you got that from?
I got it from Stack Exchange, but I'm looking for another more. Let's see. Hold on. There's one from
are you
D&D
talking about the
Beyond.
warlock stuff, or
No,
are you talking about
just
the
mechanics
genie
of
stuff?
willing. No, just the mechanics of willing.
Oh, okay. No, I got you. Yeah.
But even still, like, what is the ability that is trapping him in a thing? Like, I want to see that posted in the chat log because I'm not familiar with it offhand.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
I mean, I know the ability, I just don't know the exact wording of it.
I mean, I'm curious about confine, duration, all the necessary pertinent factors. Just like I would any ability that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, that's the one.
Uh-huh.
And then you said you had an upgrade that lets you bring someone else into it, right? There you go.
Okay, so that's the caveat is, yes, you can imprison the character, but you're effectively removing yourself from the field of play. That's an important distinction. As a bonus action, you can eject any number of creatures from the vessel, and everyone is ejected if you leave or die or the vessel is destroyed. So, yeah, that seems perfectly in fitting.
Yeah.
With the balance of 5e now. My big concern was, wow, you knock somebody out and you can just imprison them forever. Wow. New game, everybody.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
New game, friends.
It's not an infinite dimension door. No. I can't just infinite dimension door him into my freaking vessel.
Sure. And I'm looking at it from the monster side of it too. I'm just like, well, this just got a lot more lethal, and the lethalest part of 5e is having your character permanently paralyzed or in stasis, because death can easily be returned from. It's having your soul trapped is where it really gets fucked.
Okay, so from Jeremy Crawford.
Right.
Only a willing can travel with you via dimension door. You can't give consent when you're unconscious.
Hallelujah for logic.
Right. That's kind of my reading of it, but I mean, either way, we got him back to the fucking landing zone.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, either way, either I go with him
Right.
and take the bodies with me, or I don't and I just go out the door like our normal plan was. But
exactly. Yeah, it seems that we're taking him out the window and or inside of a portable hull, which of course we have oxygen limitations, but we can cross that bridge when the time comes. Long story short, we are outside of the manor. Anyone and everyone in the party, including, I'm assuming, somebody would have told Newman on the way out.
No, we wouldn't have. We just...
Fantastic.
Yeah, I would have.
Get it, sorry.
I would have thought of it.
Once we are back at the landing zone...
We just leave Newman there with the dwarves.
Is the intent to turn this guy over, or to have any discussion with him? I know that Crumb was saying he wanted to ask him something about the ferry.
Yeah, that's pretty much... This is a matter of revenge. No, I mean, eventually I will turn him over, unless I have to bash him to the point where he can't be revived anymore. But I wouldn't do that. Neither would Crumb.
Kind of the question, though, is why would, and who wants him bad enough to go through all this trouble to send a strike team like us to go extract this guy?
Well, Captain Piper.
Okay, but why? What's the value of him versus sending a strike team like us down?
Hey, you're obviously confused there, Gloop.
Gleep.
Leap, whatever.
Well,
Goblin. Look, he's the easiest member of the High Council to kidnap. That's why we're kidnapping him.
Clearly.
Oh, there you go then.
Easy.
yes.
So you know about the ministry then, huh? He says a little more sober
Yeah.
than you might have expected.
You think we don't?
I don't know exactly what you know. I think I know who you
Everything.
are and who you represent.
Just as
I'm
we
sure
know
you-
who you are and who you represent.
And so
Wonderful
as much
party, by
as
the
you've
way.
been permitted. You've
What
not
do you know
killed
about
me.
the fairy?
The fairy. I know we didn't kill her. I know we had no plans to kill her. I know that in your custody or our custody, she would have been infinitely better off than in the hands of that devil, but I was not there to protect her. You were.
Yeah, Crumb just bashes him in the head.
Oh!
That's enough.
Look,
Yeah.
buddy, just tell us what we want, or else I'll summon a demon.
Well, unless we're gonna restore consciousness to him, Crumb just knocked him out again.
And I look at.
Crumb took
look
offense
at
to that.
You didn't even ask him a question. What are you talking about?
What do you mean I didn't ask him a question?
I look at the warlock who just threatened him.
Oh,
You didn't even ask him a question.
Of course I didn't ask him a question. I was trying to get him to answer your questions.
And again, we didn't really ask him a question. All Crumb said was, "No, tell me about the fairy." What kind of question is that?
well, tell me about the fairy. Well, what do you
A
know
question
about
that
the
needs
fairy?
to be answered about the fairy?
That's why
No.
we have superiors for this, because you two aren't qualified for this kind of work.
We are past the point of asking questions.
Obviously, you knocked him
Look.
out.
I can talk. I'm not smart. We'll deal with that later.
Yeah, we were just hired to bring him in. We brought him in. You can stop.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
Thank you.
Amen.
I think I should go buy a silent scroll pretty soon. So I can cast it on Crumb for a
Hey,
while.
man, don't silence the charisma character.
No, he wants to silence me.
I'll make sure that the dude's not dying, and then we'll wait for pickup.
Yeah. I might
Alrighty.
as well keep. I might as well keep him in my vessel while, and you guys hold the vessel while we're waiting. Then just tell me when.
Well, we've
He's
already...
conscious, so he can't be willing.
Right, we've already crossed that now.
Oh, right. Never mind.
Well, we have seemingly one more chance here. As he regains consciousness again on board the rescue craft. Of course, by this point, the security personnel on board the shuttle have shackled him wrists and ankles. So when he does regain consciousness, he's facing the wall away from all of you. And if anything, might just kind of hear some of your chit-chat. But you are aware that he is awake once again.
I'm sorry, what? He's shackled against
He's
the wall?
awake now.
Yeah, I have no question.
He's shackled against the wall and facing away from us, is what I heard.
Why did you guys want the fairy?
Its restorative properties. wanted to study them, replicate them, perhaps create the next line of curative.
You got it killed.
We got it killed.
Yes.
You're confused, Crumb. That thing came forward no matter who was in that room.
It's their fault.
Explain that to me.
We could have just grabbed her and got out. But that Soth. And that devil.
The devil was not with them.
Soth was incompetent. He never should have been sent on such a mission.
It's gone forever now.
Possibly. Magic is funny, though. Might be able to get it back.
Oh.
I agree with him in the terms of the fact that magic is funny. Sometimes.
I'm sure it's beyond me, but I've seen wizards wish for things that would be impossible otherwise, so you never know.
Hey man, just wait until I do it.
I look at you expectantly like you're about to do it.
Out of character, I don't get that for another couple of levels, man.
I know that, but in character you just said, hey, wait till I do it. I'm like, okay, well then do it.
Do it.
Consider yourself lucky, Rathmir.
I am the luckiest person you will ever know.
Yeah. So I bonk him again.
Oh! But he said no bonking. He said no bonking. He does. Big Fat goes and does it anyway.
Crumb, stop bonking.
Well, okay. Back aboard the Judicial. Let's move our tokens there. Let's move there. Yes, yes, yes.
Should we chain him to a toilet? I know we only have 4 of them.
Yeah, there's only 4.
They said, don't do that. That's
Use them as
torturing
one.
us.
Alright, so here back on the Judicial, any of our characters that wish to interrogate the prisoner any further before the official time is allotted for the senior commanders to have their time with him. You may or may not remember where the detention block is, but if you head straight south out of the chamber and then take a right when you hit the T intersection, you can't miss it. If nobody has anything further they want to say to him, then we can certainly just let that be, and any further information discussed or interrogated from this guy will be between NPCs.
Where is it at?
You were right there.
With that?
Yep, you're right there, dude. Go all the way back to the other end of the hall and head south. All the way to the east, yep. And a few cells down. Oh, you went right past him. There he is!
Yep. Now Crumb will just stand outside of the cell and glare at him. Hippo growling.
He seems to take a particular joy in your presence here. You just can't get enough of me, can you?
I will eat you.
It must be so nice to have a face to blame for what you must perceive as the worst atrocity.
No, the worst atrocity is what I will do to you.
Ah.
Once these are done with you.
It seems that if you were to do that, you should have done it before you brought me here. Military tribunals will have no part of your brand of justice.
God, can I bash him in the head again?
No, the prison walls are force shielded.
Crumb will just glare silently for many, many hours.
It is nice to have visitors. Some of your other crew have come to gawk at the spectacle. Ah, here comes another.
Why did you chop that man's head off?
It's an accident.
So that he wouldn't be able to call for help.
Wait, you still left his head there, right?
I could see exactly what was happening. And he was
No,
not
I picked the
allowed
head
to
up
call for help.
in my vessel.
He was drinking a beer. He wasn't about to call for help.
You didn't know that for sure.
You literally had to jump 3 feet in the air to cut his head off.
He's a dwarf. He was about eye level.
Not to you. You're short.
Yeah, but the magic of the sword lets me fly up temporarily enough so that I could cut somebody's head off and then get back to the ground.
Alright, I'll give you that it was probably the magic of the sword, but it definitely looked like you leapt with glee to do so.
You know who would definitely leap for glee to try to do that would be Aha.
Yes, I've seen it. No, I'm not upset that you killed the dwarf. I really don't care. As long as it didn't fuck up our mission, I'm fine. But I was like, what, really? You were the one saying, hey, don't mess up the mission.
It was a calculated risk, and it worked out in our favor.
I mean, you cutting people's heads off and Crumb bashing the dude every time he fucking talked. I'm surprised we got this done.
Besides, I had contingency plans.
Oh yeah, what was that?
It's simple. It's a spell called contingency. I prepared a spell beforehand that all I had to do was say a special phrase, and we would have teleported out.
Well, that is pretty handy.
That way I didn't have to prepare the spell before we got here. I just happened to have it under contingency.
All right. Well, after a number of hours under intimidating observation by Crumb and Kerr, the Senior Council of Officers send their security delegation to collect the prisoner, and it is made very clear that the officers will handle this interrogation by themselves, i.e., you don't have clearance. You should head back to Bolstoons or head back to some other part of the ship. Everybody jump up at once. Oh, there goes Kerr. Kerr just disappeared. He was like the fucking Flash. Pew!
Oh, I thought we were just in the... Most of us were just in the conference room.
Most of you, yeah. I'm talking to Kerr and Crumb.
Ah, okay.
Because they're watching the prisoner, who is now being escorted from the detention block to another area of the ship where these interrogations will not be able to be monitored. And just need to make a couple of adjustments here. This might take a couple of minutes, so feel free to whatever during this. Make an adjustment to a map here.
Oh, was I muted this whole time?
You've been muted for a couple minutes anyway.
Okay. Alright, I didn't say anything important.
Gotcha.
That's not a first.
And it's not a last either, dude.
Ooh.
Get used to it.
That was a much better mission than the one before it, that's for sure.
It was a lot faster.
That's part of why it was better.
See what happens when you just resort to bashing?
I mean, we had a lot of bashing in the mission before that didn't help.
We did. But dwarves are easy to bash.
That's true.
They're fun to bash too. And ministry dwarves are even better.
I suppose. We gotta get the
Ooh.
alliance going because of that stupid Nile guy.
Oh, what is this nonsense?
Alright, so we are aboard the Judicial, awaiting word on the interrogation of our captured prisoner. Perhaps heading to Bullstones to get ourselves a nice bite to eat. When... no interruptions, please. When suddenly the door that your characters progress through, there is a brief blur between reality, as you could have sworn you were heading into Bullstones or wherever it was on the ship. And there's a brief memory of, oh yeah, there's these dwarves in this room right here. And they're partying and celebratory and welcoming us in with open arms into a grand hall where seemingly there is a fully prepared and armed and operational Lord Rathmere, completely accompanied by a variety of constructs prepared for your arrival. And he basks with a grin and a smile as he knows the battle is not yet won, even though you thought it was. And this is where we will pick up on our next Wednesday session, continuing the Coalescence Part 2. And, yeah, we'll send it back to our starting screen and our closing screen here on the Twitch side of things. And, yeah, I will, just kind of turn it over to you here for a moment for, closing thoughts.
Was it all a dream?
It just
Right.
went-
Wish I think it was
It's Groundhog Day.
What?
Sorry I didn't really do much this session.
Sometimes that's how it is, depending on the session and what you got going on. Sometimes the mission doesn't suit your skills, and that's okay. What were you saying,
Sometimes
Justin?
just get sent to hell.
I mean, welcome to me sitting over here, man.
I was saying, it was yet another time I wish I was Clanker with True Sight.
Ah. And Don, what did you say?
It's a trap.
It's a tarp. Well, we can certainly discuss the intricacies of this later on, but there is a definite reason why I mentioned it earlier today, and it was foreshadowed certainly during the mission briefing, that if rumors were to be believed, part of Rathmir's fortune came from a few lucky draws from the deck of many things. And today's poll: should villains have access to the deck of many things? And we see here a direct effect of what might happen if a villain, weak as he may be, has access to a avoid any situation once card. And that's where I will leave you all here tonight. We will catch you back this Sunday with Sunday Doubleheader. Hope you have a great rest of your week, friends. Thanks so much for the hype train here tonight. I got a snapshot of who was in the chat at the time, because I believe this level will award everybody who was in the chat at that exact moment. So we will see you around next time, friends, and hope you have a great rest of your week. Are you with us?
Woo, woo, woo.
Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Have a good night.
That was a blast.